Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. I never know what it's going to look like because it's like grayed out with a big box over it before I go live, so sorry. I hope you're all doing well. Yes, the shadow from this piece of hair is bothering me, so I might do one of these numbers. Move my light this way. I don't know if that's any better. I just don't want to be too blown out or shadowed. Good enough, right? You guys don't really care. I hope you're all doing well, having a beautiful Wednesday, the first day of June. How is it already, like halfway through the year? Don't ask me because I don't know. But I thought we would start out with, let's see, do I have any announcements? I don't even know. Well, I did upload a What Do You Need to Know Right Now video over on my main channel. First thing, linked in the description below if you've missed that. Now that it's June, the June Pick a Card is on and poppin', and that's already uploaded over on my main channel. So go ahead and check that out as well if you would like to see what's going on for you for the month of June. And what else? What else? Yeah, I will be very soon, and I know I keep saying this, but I really will be uploading a video over on my writing channel. I've been doing a lot of writing. Let's see, of 44 chapters. I'm going to read chapter book 1 of my series, but as it stands currently, it's at 44 chapters, and I'm about today to start the 13th chapter of the 4th draft. So I'm cooking through. I started the 4th draft on May 15th. So a little, like about a half a month, I've gotten that far. I feel really good about that. So very soon I will be uploading hey, I'm still alive. Hey, this is what I'm doing. Hey, vlog number 1 for season 2 of whatever I've got going on. So, oh, you're donating today. That sounds great. Yeah, you would be first on the list. Whoever donates first. We don't have any donations yet. But I think what I'm going to do is get right into our collective reading. And my apologies for missing Friday. I didn't mean to, but my friend Jessie, who was living here, she needed to run a few errands before she moved back to Miami. So that's what we did on Friday instead of the live stream. So I'm here now. It's been a week. I've missed you. I hope you're all doing well. Let's see. I think what I will do, yeah, let's just dive into a collective reading. So if you are here right now and maybe you had a question in mind and didn't want to donate today, that's totally fine. But just a reminder that all of your donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. She's still living in a little camper, and we're hoping to get her out of that as soon as possible. But let's see. What else do we have? Yeah, but I was going to say too, if you don't want to donate and you had a question in mind, maybe this collective reading could kind of apply to your question. Again, general readings, only take what resonates. If it's completely off of what you're asking, you don't have to accept it. But yes, anyone watching now or on the replay, let's get into the collective message. We just had our new moon on Sunday. We have, let's see, we have Jamie Wilson donating first, and congratulations. I think you did have your baby on Friday. I'm pretty sure that's when you were having your baby, but if so, congratulations. I hope everything is going well. It was Monday. Okay, so one of those days. Yeah, Monday. See, that's the thing. I thought it was Sunday because my kids were off school. I completely keep forgetting that Monday was a holiday. Yeah, but I worked on Monday, so to me it wasn't much of a holiday for me. But for others, that's awesome. Okay, so let's see what we have going on for the collective. Everyone watching now on the replay, what do we need to know? Kind of including some new moon energies. I've been feeling a lot of, that big chapter end for myself, just energetically speaking, and a lot of good new energies coming in, and I'm super excited about it. Yeah, we got some past energy coming in, nostalgia, maybe quite a few people from the past, like reaching out to you maybe on social media. Oh, it was Monday. Yeah. Tad behind on the live, just FYI. No worries. You can always, Jamie, you can always refresh this and be current. Be at the current time if you feel so inclined. But let's see. 6 of Cups. What else do we need to know? And yes, today we are using the Grunge Tarot. It's so fun. A newer deck in my arsenal. Ooh, King of Cups. A lot of Cups energy. A lot of emotional stuff. You might have had a lot of emotions coming up and maybe even old aches and pains. You're like, is that really happening again? Is my ankle acting up again? Or is my whatever going on? This is clearing residual energy. That's what I'm hearing is past energy is being cleared from these areas, past emotions that you have, held on to or thought you had dealt with in the past, but they're still clinging on. They are coming up so you can release them at this time and really check your emotions because your emotions and how your body feels are really great indicators of what's actually going on in your energy. Oh, you had your baby on Sunday. You're supposed to be induced Friday, but you were right. Okay. All right. What else do we have going on? Ooh, the Two of Wands. So yeah, this is us. Normally this is a card about making plans, figuring things out. But this almost looks like there was like a big domestic dispute and the guy left or maybe was taken to jail and she's just like, living her best life. Yeah, even though things are broken up, like the roof is leaking here and here and there's some stuff broken all over the floor. She's like, you know what? I'm still going to take time for me. I'm still going to watch my show. I'm still going to do something good for myself. So even if things look or appear to be falling down around you, it's like you're finding little moments within these harder times to appreciate. But also at the same time, the Two of Wands is generally an energy of, yeah, kind of weighing different options, trying to figure things out, make a plan. So some of you may be like recently had a plan that didn't quite go according to your plan, and now you kind of have to rework or re examine or just kind of respond to what's going on in a different way than you had intended, which, can kind of suck sometimes, but that's life. Curveball after curveball after curveball. Oh, you're in the hospital right now and you leave today. I'll fast forward to the current time of the stream now. Cool. Well, congratulations. That's so exciting. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Happy family life. So, yeah, I think some of this may be those of you going through some I don't see like any of you been like in a knockdown drag out with anyone in your family, but there might have been some words exchanged that you wished you could have taken back or they wish they could take back, or just maybe just some clutter, just some you know shortness, like snappiness, like that's the word. I don't see like major blow ups, but if you have had a major blow up at home, just know this can resonate with you as well. But for most of you, I'm just seeing this as maybe minor disagreements or kind of rolling your eyes as someone left their towel on the floor again. Oh wait, that was me. Like boys leave their towels on the floor all the time, and I'm just like, we can use this a couple more times before it's laundry. What are you doing? But things like this. But this is letting you know here with the 10 of Cups, with all this emotional stuff going on, there's turmoil, there's bringing things up from the past, there's releasing, but at the same time there's good news, there's emotional contentment coming in. And I'm really seeing this month of June being part of it is Cancer season toward the end, I do believe, for Western astrology. So yeah, Cancer season, that's water energy, that's cup energy, so it makes a lot of sense why there's a lot of emotional stuff coming up. And it's like we're getting Cancer season early. Yes, I know we just had the Gemini new moon in Western astrology, but it's like the Cancer season is already upon us, or you guys are feeling it very, very soon in the season, if that makes sense. If that doesn't resonate with you, just know once Cancer season comes, there's going to be a lot of emotions that you are releasing. You're feeling your way through them, and you're also getting a lot of good emotional contentment and fulfillment with people, deep connections with people you love. So that's always good. Life isn't always deep connections, happiness, rainbows, and butterflies. We've got the ups and the downs and all of that. Well, let's see what else we can expect. And we already have one donation that has come in from Jamie, so we will get into her reading right quick here, very shortly. But we have here Rhodochrosite. Be gentle with yourself, especially with all that emotional energy. Sometimes we can beat ourselves up. Like, I thought I dealt with this. Why am I feeling like crap? Why is this going on? There's a reason to beat ourselves up. That's the plan here. That's the thing. And those of you maybe that have been beating yourself up a lot, the plan now is to let's switch this around. Let's change this. Let's find a new way to react to the same old. Because if we do the same thing and expect to get a different result, like that's the definition of insanity, right? So maybe the same old is going on, but you're choosing a new way to react. You're choosing a new way to express yourself. You're choosing a new way to move forward with certain cycles or loops or toxicities in your life that you're just looking to rise above, basically. But again, this isn't about spiritually bypassing. This is about us facing these things so we can be done with them once and for all. But with the be gentle with yourself card, it says you've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. So specifically for Jamie, you've physically just been through a lot. Delivering a child is no small feat. So big congratulations again to you. But for those of you, just going through some emotional stuff, being gentle with yourself, you've been through a lot. Even if these things happened to you many, many years ago, the fact that you're feeling them now, it's almost like it is happening now, because really our bodies respond the same way. Our emotions can feel as big or as heightened as they were in the moment when something bad happened. Those of you going through something for the first time, it can feel like a lot, but be gentle with yourself because you have been through a lot. What else is going on? Collective. We have here also Sodalite, which I actually have one here. And I've had a sore throat the last few days. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's a hair. There's always a hair. Okay, yes, Sodalite. There we go. There's the blue of the Sodalite. It's kind of in matrix with some, I want to say quartz. There's some hematite in here. And I always forget the name of this kind of more pinkish, orangey colored stone that's in there with it. But yeah, Sodalite is great for your throat. I might be taking that with me today in the car so that I can, really heal my throat chakra as I write today before I pick the kids up. But with the Sodalite, it says here, socialize or join in, make healthy. That's the thing here. To me, it's like these two cards are all about checking your health, physically, mentally, emotionally, mentally. Did I say mentally? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. There we go. Checking your health in all the ways because we're leveling up. That's what's going on here with these energies that are coming in. But it says make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections. Yes, we're going from the domestic disputes to the contentment. That's what we're doing here. And oh, that's so cute. There's like little ice cream dishes. That's so cute. But yeah, so we're making these healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. Sometimes that's the key. Especially those of you who grew up in families where you were the black sheep or you never felt like you fit in, it's really hard to find a common ground besides the fact that we share the same blood or we're related. But a lot of you probably did find someone in your town or your social circle that was like your like lifeline, someone you could really lean on, and you probably had similar values, morals, maybe even belief systems. You don't have to have everything exactly the same, because I don't really think there's any two people out there that are exactly the same, but just finding someone with some core values that are very similar to yours, or people that just are, if you're on this channel, you're probably at least slightly spiritual. So yeah, finding someone with like a more spiritual mindset that you can really vibe with, like these things are going to be really important over the next few weeks or so. Let's just see the theme of whatever's going on for you guys, or just kind of a word of advice or wisdom for how to move through these energies. We've got pleasure. My life is deliciously joyous. And hello, look, it's very similar to what we got going on here with the ice cream. It's like coffee and ice cream, two really good things. But yeah, this to me feels like you taking time to be gentle with yourself by doing things that make you feel that sense of pleasure or happiness, or it could be as simple as just hanging out in your backyard listening to the birds, something very beautiful and simple. It doesn't have to be over the top or extravagant or luxurious. Pleasure can be something very simple as, one thing I love this time of year, and I haven't done it yet, is to smell lilacs. I mean, they are just beautiful. They're in bloom right now where I'm at anyway, and I love the scent of them, but I don't have a bush in my yard. But there's one at the end of this path, one at the end of this path that I could easily just walk over there and smell them. I don't know why I haven't yet. Maybe this is my call to, hey, finally get out there and do it. Yeah, Spirit's checking in like, yes, do it. I know, it's such a simple thing, but it brings so much happiness. So I'm going to do that maybe at some point today when I get in the car. We have here embracing as well. I saw these and it kind of reminded me of dandelions, but it's actually sunflowers. But it says, I embrace and love all of my life. So this is embracing, the not so great times, the great times, and everything in between. You're drinking coffee from a mug exactly like that. That's so funny, Jamie. Oh, I love that. All right, so yes, we're just embracing the pleasures of life. That's what we're doing. Even when things don't feel so pleasurable, we can embrace that this is just part of the journey and something we're going through, and it's not going to last forever. That's the thing. All right, so let's go ahead and get into Jamie's question. And so far, that is the only donation, so we might be here just a few more minutes. Otherwise, those of you interested in getting a reading today, you can always send your donation, and all of your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. And I sound like a broken record with that, but really, it's been almost 3 years now. So it's like now that we're at June, it's like just on the eve of it being 3 full years. 2019 was that long ago. How is that even possible? I don't know. But yeah, she's been in a camper, and it's just not a good situation for her anymore. And my brother and I are trying to get her out of that as soon as we can. And I've been saving every dime I can of these live streams that don't go to taxes, obviously. Since the end, so like November of 2020, I've been saving as much money as I can. So we're getting there. We're getting there, but it's a slow going process. All right. So I'm gonna take a drink of my water. I'm gonna update the donation list. Here we are. Okay. Hello. I'm going to say hi to everybody who's joined us kind of as I was doing the reading, because I don't want to ignore anybody, and then we'll get right into Jamie's question. So we had, let's see, Brandy Lynn is here. We've got Stardust. We've got Amber 9 in. We've got Rishi. We've got Jamie Wilson. Who else do we have? AJ, hello, my friend. We've got Tanishka. Welcome. And if you're here and haven't said hi yet, say hi and I'll say hi back. What else? What else we got going on? We've got Lord Frybread just got here. Miss Redhead, hello. Let's see, anyone else that I didn't read already? We've got Peggy, aka Black Pearls of Wisdom. We've got AZ Pagan 420, aka Wayne, Peggy's husband. We've got Michelle De Leon. Hello, everybody. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Get to like a Ray. Hello. Okay, so we have a couple more donations that just came in. So I'm going to update our list. Donation list. So it looks like Jamie's got her reading up, or her question up. So we will get into that, and I will update the list with AJ. That's the right way. There we go. And Get to Like a Ray has also donated. There we go. That is our current list. Copy that. So if we have anything to add to it, we can do that. Ordered a few for yourself as a gift to yourself from last week. Oh, what did you order? Oh, bracelets. I see. Yeah, we've got here Sodalite. Oh, I could have said that when the Sodalite card came out. I like to keep them in a specific order, and sometimes they get out of order. This one's got shungite. It's got pyrite. It's got carnelian. It's got smoky quartz. Yeah, I think that's all for this one. Then this one is just black tourmaline, which is always nice to have. We've got also garnet, peach moonstone, I think it's called. More carnelian, and oh man, I always forget the name of this one. It's not a moonstone. I can't remember this one right here. It's kind of a milky white color. And I know my crystals. That's the weird thing. But these are garnets, all these darker kind of reddish burgundy ones, which I love. Carnelian, peach moonstone. Maybe this one's pink moonstone. I don't remember. Might be some sort of moonstone. But mostly these two, this one and this one, are for creativity, like to really help also ground, a lot of grounding stuff going on with the root chakra stones here. Because I'm always up in my head. I need grounded. But yes, thank you so much. Okay. Oh, you have a garnet necklace from your mom. That's so cool. A bracelet for focus. Oh my gosh, you need to get yourself some rainbow fluorite. 4 days. 4 days. I mean, that crystal alone has helped me focus just to get back in the zone with writing my books like no other crystal. And if you compare it up with moldavite, you are on a whole other trajectory with your focus. Let me just tell you that. Yes. And I test these things out before I just willy-nilly say things, because certain things people say about crystals, not that they don't resonate, but I don't see the impact certain people are having. But for me, yes, those rainbow fluorite and moldavite, They're very, very helpful. You're rough on jewelry, but I still try. So am I. That's the thing. I pretty much am. But these I think the most expensive one of these was maybe $10 or $12. And this one was only 5, this black tourmaline. I think this one was 7, all of these sodalites. So really, if you're hard on a $7 bracelet, is it really that bad? Probably not. Moldavite. Okay, you want to make sure you get Moldavite from a reputable source because there's a lot of fake Moldavite out there. And one I can verify, validate for sure is called Inner Vision Crystals. Let me write that out. Innervisioncrystals.net. .net. I buy a lot from them. And you get your stuff in these cute little purple boxes. Ugh, let me get it. With this on the lid. So fun. Yes, I've probably got 20 of these boxes right now. Oh, I'm a crystal lover, crystal shopper. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into Jamie's question. I know she posted it up here. I think it said something general reading. Whoever wants to come through and say hi to the baby and give advice. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, where are we going? Which tarot deck are we doing? They're showing me it in my head. Okay, here it is. Pacific Northwest Tarot. All right. Anything going on for Jamie, the new baby? Anyone wanting to come through and say hi? Oh, we got one hitting the floor here. We have the Fool. So look at that. The baby is here in a whole new incarnation. So this is brand new beginning, brand new energy. And anytime a mother has a child or a father has a child, it's like a brand new beginning for that person as well. Even if that baby isn't, the first child. Sometimes a second child can be just as life-changing and transformational to add to a family as a first child. At least in my experience, that's been the case. But then we have the Four of Wands, which is happy home life, celebrations. So yes, the fact you're literally going home today for your new beginning with your new baby, like you can't make this stuff up. And Spirit is very, very present with your family unit as you become a family of 4. It's so cute, so fun. But this, having a newborn baby isn't easy, but you're gonna find so many beautiful moments over these next few months and years, obviously, with your family. And it's so beautiful. All right, what else do we have coming in from Spirit? Ooh, we have the Four of Pentacles. So there might be the fact that you're adding another child. There might be some stresses around money, or just maybe you guys have been saving a lot more money, because this card, it's one of the most dualistic meaning cards in the whole deck, whether it's upright or reversed. But just reading it as an upright card, it can be someone who hoards money and never spends a dime, or it could be someone who needs to rein in that spending and not spend much. So wherever resonates for you. I'm going to get a clarifier on the Four of Pentacles. I usually do. Same with the Two of Swords. Those are my 2 cards I like to get clarifiers on because they can mean a lot of things. And then we had Lord Frybread is also donating. I will add you soon. Yeah, okay. So there might be, the fact that you need to defend the money. Yes, so there's this need to kind of cut back on spending on things that aren't, I guess, necessities, and just really focus on creating like stability or security around your finances, or, the finances of the family, because, you have added another mouth to feed. I know obviously the baby's, probably feeding on something that isn't like physical food. Oh, no worries, Lord Frybread. That's okay. That happens. But just making sure that you have a little bit of a nest egg can be such a huge relief, weight off your shoulders. I mean, the nights are going to be a little sleepless for a while already. You don't need to be up worrying about money. So yeah, saving for a house, that could be literally exactly what this is, because saving for this house, it may not have been an easy road, saving this money, because, things come up and these unknown expenses come up and stuff. But I think you're going to be able to do it, and it will create such a beautiful new beginning for your family eventually. You're already creating this new beginning literally today as you move back home from the hospital. But over time, I do see you guys being able to do that, being able to save more money and do everything you need for this new home. But that's the thing. The housing market is at a peak right now. It's not the time to buy, unless you're selling and then have that money to take to buy. That's fine, I guess. But first-time home buyers, wait like 6 months to maybe between the next 6 and 18 months. Just with the trends that I've seen, the astrology, just my own intuition, that's going to be the time to buy for the buyers. It's not a buyer's market right now. It's a seller's market, but it's about to take a dive, and it has started being like taking a turn for a dive, depending what part of the country you're in, Jamie. There's a guy called Reventure Consulting, like that. Um, So Reventure Consulting, he is always up with what's going on about 6 months before these things actually happen. He's really good at not just predicting, like, oh, I think this will happen. Like, he takes a lot of different market analysis and information and, the history repeating itself. Yeah, I think Missouri, you're in a great place. So I don't think you need to worry too much about a big housing crash where the prices are going to come down by like hundreds of thousands per, property. Where I'm at, that is a reality. But where you're at, I don't think it's going to be that extreme. So you should be just fine to be able to buy in October. But let's just see if there's anything else Spirit wants to bring through before we close out. Yes, you are laying your burdens down. You're closing out the old cycle, starting something new. Hello, Ethan. Hello. Oh, we've had a couple more donations come in, which I will be adding very soon here. Yes, you're closing this old cycle out, starting something new. Things might have felt very heavy lately, in the family unit, at home, just in life in general. But again, you just went through a major transitional time in your life. And how many of these major transitional times in life do people have? Not that many. So you're on a new trajectory because look, we got the Queen of Swords. You're going to be able to not only know what you want, but you're going to be able to speak it. And as you speak what you want into existence, you are manifesting. You are manifesting. No, I'm no longer doing Patreon, at least probably for another month, maybe two. It's kind of on pause. But if you do sign up to be a patron, you get access from whatever tier you're in to everything from that tier's past. And every month that goes by that I don't, what's the word? Have it up, I guess. I don't know. What am I looking for? Have it activated. I mean, it's still active. Everything I've ever posted is still up over there, but you're not being charged every month. You're still my patron. You're still hanging out there. But I just closed it again for June just so I can catch my bearings. Really getting back into writing and what was the other thing? Baseball. Baseball really put me off. I had to cut my business stuff in half and then some because there's just not enough hours in a day to do everything and accommodate everybody and but hopefully maybe by September at the latest is my hope, that I can get back to Patreon. But if you do donate or sign up now, you'd just be charged once until I get back on it and you have access to everything. And there's a lot of cool stuff over there that I was really sad that isn't being put out, but I mean, it's still there. It's still there for anyone who signs up. But let's see. Oh, with your mediumship. Oh, from your dad. Okay, let's just get one card. Sorry, we've gone on long, but I have interrupted a lot. We've got 2 of Pentacles. So yeah, there is this need to find better balance in life, or to kind of weigh the pros and cons of different areas of life and things going on in your life, because there might be certain cycles in your life that are needing to be closed out, or your soul is wanting to close out, but your ego is like, no, I got to hold on to this. And it might not just be one thing in your life. It might be a couple of different things, or things that you just don't have time to explore right now. I think very soon you're going to have some time to devote to that, because kind of like I was saying with Patreon, how, because I've got baseball, because I'm writing again, I need time to do those things. And I had to take it from my actual work stuff, because I can't create more than 24 hours in a day. If I could, I would have. But Spirit's like, no, you need to dial back on the work so you can have more time for your boys, your personal life, your family, and your writing, which is your passion project. And, it's sort of like work too. So like, hey, I don't feel so bad. There's no income for it, but like, no worries with that. So yeah, I think your dad is wanting you to know that you are closing out these old cycles, but it might take some time to really figure out and literally speak into existence what you want and release what you don't want, because that's the hard thing, is releasing. Even if we know we don't want something, there's still like sentimentality, is that a word? Like sentimental feeling towards certain people or things in our life, even though we know they need to go, there's still this attachment at times. And your dad is saying, follow your heart with any big decision, any small decision, anything in between, and you're going to be just fine. It doesn't always feel just fine when we're in this energy, though. So, take it one day at a time. Really tune into your heart every single time, because your heart is where that inner wisdom and just the knowledge of what you need to do on a soul level, that's where that's located. All right. So we've got Lord Frybread has made their donation. Okay. So I, first and foremost, am going to update this list. Take a nice drink of my water. So it looks like we've got AJ up next. AJ, go ahead and post your question while I do a little bit of housekeeping here. Oh my gosh, my phone just completely deleted. Not deleted, but like, the pop-ups that come up, like the notifications. It just completely took away all my other PayPal notifications. So I'm going to have to go over to my email to see what's up, what order people have donated in, so I don't skip anybody and I can get it right. So we got AJ, then we got Gitaleka Ray, and then we've got Peggy, then we've got Lord Frybread, then we have, okay, so Lord Frybread. Okay, so looks like I've got 3, but 2 of them were requests. Okay, I'm seeing what's going on here now. So there's a request and a request. Okay, so Peggy, then Lord Frybread. I have to add to my list here real quick. So all right, so here is our updated list. Here's what we're working with. I'm gonna take this off because it got warm in here real quick. Oh, you want to hang on a Patreon soon? Yes, we have so much fun during our live streams. It's just at the end there, meaning the end of like the last month or 2 that I was on there, I'd have a live stream and then no one would show up, and I'm just like so embarrassed, like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But it's not that people didn't care or whatever. It's just I went from having, I think it was 27 patrons down to 14. So yeah, that's a huge deficit, a huge difference. So that the nights certain people were busy, maybe certain other people weren't busy, but just having less people, there wouldn't be anyone there to hang out. So yeah, I felt bad charging people for something they weren't even going to get, because yeah, I'm like, what do I even say? I don't know. I know, right, Ethan? Yeah, I had a little bit of a, I don't know, I guess a grief surrounding that. Because things went from really on and poppin' to like crickets. But that's not just on Patreon. That's been on my main channel. That's been kind of over here as well. And, I think that's the universe's way of saying it's time to slow down a little bit. We need to free up some time so you can write and do these other things. And yeah, it's been a whole thing. But of course, the ego gets a little bruised. Like, do people just not want to vibe with me anymore? I don't know. But your ego can get bruised. But I'm checking myself, because I know that's not the case. I know that people are busy, A, and B, Spirit is directing me to where I need to focus, which, may not be over here so much, or on Patreon or my main channel so much. Because I went all in on those platforms for months, for probably close to a year. That was my main focus, all my different platforms. And before that, I wanted them to be, but they just weren't doing anything. Then they did, and now they're not again. So it's kind of a weird thing. Okay, AJ. General message from his guides. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to update my list again. I'm going to just paste it for myself so I have it. Okay, so AJ, general message from guides for AJ, please, Spirit. All right, so we have here Page of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. So there's some new opportunities coming in. These might even be just things you do, like hobbies or interests, or like things you do in the physical world, material realm. I'm also hearing music in my head. Like, I don't know if music has been really important to you lately, or I don't know if you play music, but if you don't, this just might be you listening to music or something like that. Or maybe you're discovering a new band or a new artist or a new type of music that you're really into lately, or maybe if this hasn't happened yet, this might be very soon. But I'm really reading this as an opportunity. But this is a new beginning, a new beginning with something you've got going on. That's how you've been communicating with you. Yes. But it's like you're just beginning on a journey here, that's going to expand so much more than you know right now. It's really beautiful what's coming in. Let's see. We had another donation come in from Tanesha. So we will get you on the list shortly here. Ooh, Temperance. Yeah, there's about finding balance. It's about trying new things, going in new directions, and also maintaining what you already have going on. That's a big theme or a big message coming through, is finding balance between all the different areas of life and finding time to do new things, fun new things for yourself. All right, what else is coming in for AJ, please, Spirit? We have here emerging. I'm emerging into the light with joy and ease. And does this not look like this card? I mean, very similar color schemes and, pictures here. Very solar energy here with the sunflower or whatever kind of flower that is. It looks very sunflower-like to me, but who knows? Yeah, a lot of green and yellow, which, green is the heart chakra, yellow is that solar plexus chakra. This is about finding confidence and speaking from the heart. Doing the things that you're involved in or doing or spending time doing, they feel much more heart-centered than I had been maybe even 3 or 4 months ago. It's like you're tuning into like facets of yourself you didn't know really existed. Oh, yes, podcast. That's where the music was coming in, like a theme song. It sounded like a theme song in my head. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you said that. Yes, a new beginning. I think this would be a fun new beginning for you. I really do. But again, it's about finding balance between, that project, other projects, your main work project or your work life, your personal life, all of those things. Let's see what else. Let's get a couple more for AJ here. Yeah, we have silence and awakening. I'm not seeing this as you need to be silent and not do the podcast. No. But this is a need to balance all of that kind of more extroverted energy of being on the podcast and, being involved with that, with, your spirituality and having time that you can have time off, have breaks, have some silence. I am serene no matter what is occurring around me. And even finding some, it feels to me like this might be, yes, it's very fun and exciting, but also adds a level of stress to you that maybe you didn't know before, but it's like a good stress because they're showing me like North Node energy or Rahu energy, which is about stepping out of your comfort zone to really expand yourself. And then we also have awakening. So I am joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. Yeah, this is being ready for those new opportunities to come in, even though they don't always feel like, well, this is scary. I don't think I should do it. It's too scary. Sometimes taking on those challenges is what's in our best interest. It's going to start to get overwhelming thinking about it. Yes, right? But I think this would be something very fun for you. If you're joining the podcast, you could if this is something that already exists, you can just tell the person, and this will help kind of ease your nerves about it too. You can tell the person, I want to just do a trial run just to see if this is a good fit, if I like it, if this is fun, all these things. And that way you are committing without committing long term. That way you have kind of an out clause as far as, well, I don't know, I just don't have time for this, because us envisioning ourselves doing something in our head is completely different a lot of times than us actually experiencing it and doing it. We may not know how much you think, oh, podcast, we're recording an hour podcast. But maybe you didn't realize that it also took, an hour to prepare and know what you're going to talk about, and, emailing back and forth with the person, or, if you're in person having meetings about it, that maybe that would be time out of your schedule you didn't account for. So just, signing up for a trial of it and just seeing how it feels and how it is, that could really kind of take the pressure off without saying no, just so you can know, hey, is this meant for me or is this not? You can just try it out without it having to be the rest of your life. You know what I mean? The level of commitment would be low if you just kind of let them know, I'm kind of interested, but I just want to make sure it's a good fit first, kind of vibe. And I think they would appreciate the fact that you didn't just say yes to something that you're going to walk away from in 2 weeks or something like that. Okay, let's see. So up next, we got Get to Luck Ray. All right, so we got a lot going on in the chat. You guys are chatty Cathy's today. I love it. All right. So, Amanda, no, I get that totally. I feel weird too when no one shows up, right? Oh, yeah, because you've been doing, I've gotten a couple of, what's the word? Invitations or whatever from you on Facebook. But I literally just went back to Facebook today for the first time in I don't even know how long. And the only reason I went back there is because I'm part of a small critique group over there that I'm gonna be putting a call out for beta readers here in the next month, month and a half. So I needed to get myself back in these communities that I've been a part of so I know where to find some beta readers. So if you're interested, Peggy, I'm looking for beta readers very soon. All right. So let me see. Oh, it's so hot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's nice outside. Well, nice. It's cool outside where I'm at. Let me see what temperature it is where I'm at. I gotta update my list too. Let me go. Where am I going? Oh, weather. Yeah, we're at 61 degrees currently in Missoula, which I don't know what that is Celsius. That's Fahrenheit. I don't know if wherever you guys are, if it's Celsius or what, but we're just expecting rain, 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 rain the next so many days here. Lots of cloudiness, barely any sun. It's just like spring 2.0 up in here, even though it's June. I've never experienced a June like this in the last, I don't know, 10 years. It's a very cold spring where I'm at, and it's weird. Everything is very late to bloom, and I was so ready for spring in like February, and it's just drug on to finally get where things are blooming now at the end of May into June. I'm like, finally, something's happening. It's warmer. Well, it was kind of, but I'm ready for like 80-degree days. 75 to 80 like is perfect for me. I'm good. I'm good with that. Okay. So Get to Like a Ray is next. I'm going to update my list that I've got going on here. And then we also had Tanesha. Tanesha. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, please feel free to correct me so I can do it the right way. um, Tanesha. Yes, there she is. Okay, that is our current list. Get to Like a Ray is leading us off. I'm going to take a drink of my water. What's coming up in the next few weeks in my life? I love it. Okay, I think I'm updated with the list, but if you donated and you don't see your name on that list right there, let me know, okay? All right, we're gonna go over here. Get to Like a Ray. What does she need to know the next few weeks in her life? Okay. All right, we have here the moon. So you're really tuning into your intuition. Maybe things that once felt very confusing, or you didn't know if you liked it or didn't like it, or this to me reads as people's energy at work. You're like, are they being nice to me just to get something from me, or are they actually genuinely nice? You might have felt some confusion specifically with people you work with or associate with through your work. You're like, what are their intentions? Are they trying to be nice to me? Are they trying to be mean to me? Like, I don't understand. You're getting clarity surrounding a situation involving certain people at work that you have been kind of confused by lately. Maybe something they said kind of bothered you or didn't really sit right with you, but you're getting clarity on this. Yeah, you've had a lot going on, and I think you're closing out a major cycle or a project. I don't know if you have, on your calendar to be uh Tanisha, I love it. That's beautiful. I thank you for that. Tanisha, it's so exotic and beautiful. Yeah, you're closing out this project or cycle, or maybe even toxicity with a coworker or a group of coworkers that you won't have to associate with so much. They either are leaving the job or the project is completed. You don't have to work with them for a while. Something like this is coming up for you in the next few weeks. But you might also be very mentally exhausted, just very tired mentally. And it's like your mind won't turn off even when you want to fall asleep. It's like your mind is thinking about work and, oh, I should have said this or I should have done this thing differently. And it can be a lot. But let's get some positive stuff coming in for you. Oh, yay. I have a little survey that I'm creating. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know. I'm going to put it both on Instagram and Facebook, which I think you're on both of those for my accounts over there. It'll probably be at least toward the end of this month, if not mid to the midpoint of next month, because I want to have enough of my fourth draft fleshed out and finished so that you guys aren't waiting on me for chapters. And I'm on chapter 13 of 44 that I currently have going on. Well, starting 13. So really 12 are completed. So I'm at what percentage is that? Does anyone want to do the math? I'm X percent finished with draft 4. Less than 20, I'm sure, right? No, maybe more than 20. Maybe more than 20%. I don't know. I'm not a math on the fly type of person. So if anyone wants to figure that out. I'm on chapter 12 of 44. What percentage of the way done am I? Story problems. Oh, no pun intended. All right. What else for get to Leka? Ooh, yes. Okay, there's balance coming in. Once you close out this project or whatever's going on for you at work, you're going to be able to feel that mental balance specifically and physical balance. As far as your mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion, you're going to be balancing this out in the next few weeks. And what I would like you to do, get to Leka, is just to ask your guides and angels, any deities that you pray to or talk to, meditate with, just ask them for help in creating more balance in your life, because when we ask, it's like we can amplify the amount of energy they can send our way, or the ways that their hands would normally be tied if we did not ask for their help, because free will. Let's see what else. Page of Pentacles. Yes, you are starting something new with this new balanced energy, closing out this old cycle or old project, possibly starting a new project in the next few weeks. But if this project you're currently working on at work is not finished, I don't see this new project being put on your plate or heaped onto you until this one is pretty much wrapped up. You might catch wind, okay, the next project we're working on is this. Once we finish this one, something like that. I don't see them heaping even more work onto you, if that makes sense. Although maybe toward the close of the project, there is something heaped on, but it has to do with the project you're already working on that maybe someone didn't do correctly, or you didn't realize needed finished, or something like that, that might really mentally stress you out for a couple of days. But once that is over, it's like you're closing out that project, closing out that mental stress, and then starting something new. I want to get one more. I'm going to go to this deck here. Any words of wisdom or advice for get to Leka over the next couple weeks? We have courage. Yes, this is just you standing up for what you know is right, having the courage to continue, or the courage to stand up for yourself if people aren't treating you the best. Specifically with that energy we got with those, kind of nasty or kind of passive aggressive type of coworkers that you might be dealing with, people yelling or just not saying very nice things. Having the courage to tell someone, hey, this person's treating me like this and it's not okay. What are you going to do about it? This could be upper management you're talking to, or maybe even other coworkers. It's like, they're treating all of us like this. Why are you allowing it? Like, we need to stand up and do something. It's currently going on, escalating, handling. Oh, let's just get another word of advice or wisdom for get to Leka on this situation. Because no good. We don't want you to have to deal with this. Gateway and change. It's going to change. Absolutely it is. And like I had said, once you close out that cycle here, there is a new beginning coming in for you with this one. Yeah, that is going to be the change. It's like a gateway to something less stressful. Oh, you already did that? Spoke about it. Okay, good. Yeah, so I think you're going to see benefits from that. But it's kind of like, it's always darkest before the dawn, or, when you're in a storm or something, it gets really bad and then all of a sudden it all just dissipates. But you are going through a shift or a big change regarding these certain people at work. And it's very interesting here because we've got like a carousel horse. It's not a real horse. It's the horses the kids ride. I don't know if in India you guys have them. They just basically go around and around in a circle, and the horses just go up and down, round and round. But it's like you've broken out of the mold of, just being someone's workhorse, literally, to being free, being your own person, making your own decisions, and going through a new gateway. But it's going to take courage, which I think you've already displayed this courage by standing up for yourself and saying something about it. And that's going to lead you to something really good. So let's just get one more, I guess, just word of wisdom or advice for getting through this tough time. Okay. So platypus, it says, stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. And I know Spirit's not calling you out because I don't think you are one to complain. But when it got so bad, you had to say something. That's not what this is referring to. But this is more referring to, okay, I said something. Now I need to release whatever has happened and focus on the good things that are going on. Maybe you have a coworker that you really laugh with and it's fun to be around them. focus your attention on them. Or if the project, maybe it's very stressful, yes, but the work involved in completing all the tasks for your project you're working on are actually kind of fun, just dive yourself right into that and lose yourself in the tasks that you enjoy. Focusing on the things you enjoy at work and the people you enjoy at work can really kind of take down that big amplified energy of the things that are not going right for you. It will really help you. Just it's kind of like if you can't change your circumstances, change the way that you are, I guess, reacting to said circumstances. And yeah, so that's what we've got going on with that. So I'm gonna post my next list here. So we have Peggy next. Peggy. Go ahead and post your question. We'll get right into that. Okay. And I think what I will do, if we have time, if we have, say over the next hour, if we do run out of donations, what I'm going to do is just pull a card for everyone who's here after we're finished with the donations. But again, for a guaranteed read, you can always send your donation in and then you will be on the list. But we will be pulling a card if we have time, say over the next hour, to keep this live stream around 2 hours or so if we can. But if the donations are pouring in, obviously I'm going to stay and hang out and do everything I need to do. It's just my throat's a little bit sore today, so I don't want to push it too much. At least I don't have any other filming I need to do today. Yes, absolutely, Ethan. Thank you so much. Yeah. I mean, I did the collective reading at the beginning, but I also love to pull single cards for you guys too. All right, so we've got Peggy, Black Pearls of Wisdom, up next. I'm going to take a drink of my water. And then Lord Frybread is on deck. And wait, I'm going to say it right. Tanisha. I love it. She's going to be rounding us out, at least for what we've got going on the current donation list. Tanisha. I love it. I'm going to just keep saying it. Then I won't forget how to say it, my dear. All right. It is warm in here. Woo! Start channeling spirit and things get really hot. All right. Oh, man. You do a few live readings on Facebook. I'd love to do some on YouTube too. We will see. Yeah. That would be awesome, Peggy. Yeah, I like hanging out on Facebook or YouTube over Facebook. At least lately. I used to love Facebook. Back in the day, it was such a great place to share pictures and talk to people, but now it's just political and it's just a mess. It's just such a toxic dump of mess. Not to say there aren't little pockets of Facebook that are great, and I still go over there for my writing groups and not so much my spiritual groups anymore. I used to really lean on them. 2016, 2017 was like my heyday over in my spiritual groups over there, but I don't really go to any of them anymore. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how the cycles are. It's like you go through something where you could never picture yourself without this group of people, but then you kind of outgrow them and move on. And not to say they're not as good as you or you're better or worse than them or whatever, but it's just, life just moves you where you need to be, I guess, at any given time. All right. So, Peggy, it's your turn. Oh, that's an idea. See, I don't even know how to do that. Maybe I should curate my feed too. Yes. All right, Peggy, it's your turn. So I don't know. Maybe she already posted her question and I've just been blabbering on about things. It's your turn, my dear. Maybe she left it in email. I don't know. Peggy. Reading for Peggy, general from guides or ancestors. Thanks, love. Aw, you're so welcome. Okay, let's get a general for Peggy. From guides and ancestors. Anything Peggy needs to know. Tuning into wonderful Peggy's energy, please, spirit. Ooh, we have the Two of Cups, so there's a nice little ignition of love. And it doesn't have to be just romantic love, although that can also apply. Just finding better and deeper connections with the people you love, your kids, your husband, your friends, your family, people that you already know are your soul family or on your team in this life at least. Really deepening and strengthening those connections, specifically once Cancer season pops off. Like I had mentioned in the collective reading, I can really feel your energy in the collective reading, Peggy. So if you did miss that at the very beginning, go see if there's anything else any pearls of wisdom you can pluck from the collective as well. Let's just see what else is going on for Peggy. Ooh, yay! Ooh, hello, the lovers, and then the lower octave of the lovers. But there might be a big decision or choice you guys are making as a family or as a couple. With this here, there might be travel or a trip that you're planning, or even if it's kind of in your general area, something fun, maybe a picnic or just like a day trip somewhere. But it also could be like a road trip. And I know gas prices are a little something something right now for most of us, but this it's like you're adding a beautiful experience. I think if there was a trip that you had planned to do, but then you're like, well, now that the gas prices are up, maybe we should not do it. I think that the doing it will outweigh the price because there's a lot of fun um, that you guys are tuning into on this trip. And I got tingles. So this might be a trip that's been orchestrated or kind of helped been planned by spirit. Because spirit is definitely on right now with you. Spirit is close at hand. Um, yeah, I'm feeling like a very strong feminine energy, a dominant female guide that's coming through that wants to really bring about some abundance in your life. And I don't just see this abundance as, money, cash money rolling in. I see this as fun experiences with the family. I see this as beautiful divine inspiration for your passion projects. I see this maybe, I don't know if you had planned to do something in your yard, like landscaping or some sort of seating area or a place where you guys could like eat outside or something. um the spirit is like inspiring this. Yeah, there's this need to get out in nature. I know you probably do spend some time in nature, but it's like calling to your soul right now to get out and do something. Yes. Look at this. It's very healing for you, and this is another travel card, so like hello. Look at that. Yes, spirit is popping. Let's see. Dude, I love the universe. LOL. And we have a few trip ideas for the summer. Yeah, and I would say why limit yourself? If it's not gonna make you go for broke, why not do it? That's the thing, because the experiences are really going to consolidate the connections in the family. It's really gonna be good. And very healing and very therapeutic for all of you. And then the Hierophant here is like there might be some more traditional ways you're going about doing certain things around your home. I'm really specifically seeing this around the home. And I know Hierophant is like Taurus energy. So wherever Taurus is in your chart is a place where you can really tune in and make some upgrades, maybe do things in a more traditional way, but putting your Peggy spin on it is how I see this. Um, yeah, it's like beautifying, it's like luxury, it's about that inner wisdom. I mean, he's got the keys to the castle. They're found within. And it's like you're finding new rooms in the castle of your heart. Like that's what Spirit's showing me. It's like you're kind of going on a house tour of the castle of your heart and finding rooms you didn't even know existed. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. Yeah, hidden talents. Wow, decorating your cave. Yes, I love that. All right, what else? We have here cat domestic. So I know you have a kitty. So yeah, it says take it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over dependency on others. And again, I don't see that you're overly dependent on others. I just see that you have a very specific and peggy way of doing things, and it's exactly how it needs to be done. As far as your own creativity, your passion for life, you're kind of doing it in an untraditional way, but there might be certain things you're wanting to do a more traditional way because there's a proven record that way works. Maybe it's a system of organization, or something to do with like your work schedule or things around the home. There's maybe a proven way that you've been looking at um, to do something around your daily routine that you're going to try out, or maybe recently have tried out, or maybe still will soon try out, quite possibly. But yeah, it's time to strike out on your own and do things your way and allow others to kind of take care of themselves. This could even be talking about the kids. If you're the one to make them lunch every single day, maybe first and foremost teaching them, if they don't already know how to make a sandwich or a can of soup or whatever. Teach them how first, and then allow them to kind of gain some independence in certain areas. Of course, if you're kind of paranoid about the kitchen, I know, I can remember myself cooking as young as like 6, 7 years old. But not all kids do that. But this is about maybe finding ways for your kids to be more independent. Yeah, teaching them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There you go. So you're on the right track with that. And that's, again, something to do with the daily routine or around home, and being able for them to be independent so they're not so dependent on you that you can't now do your own thing. Not to say you can't still do things for them, obviously, as moms. Your kids might be still 30 years old. You're 30 years old someday and you're still doing things for them. Like, that's just how it is. Mom vibes, mom life. Um, but yeah, I really do see you getting a handle on just your day-to-day routine, especially if it's felt very chaotic or almost confused, or you're unsure of what to focus on day to day. Yeah, you're getting that clarity about it. And then we have the snow leopard. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Yeah, so there might be that you're taking a break from your day-to-day routines in life, even if it's just 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, a week. I don't know, let the family know, hey, I'm taking a week to really tune into what I need to do. You're learning to thrive in chaos, actually. There you go. See, that's awesome. But I think sometimes you do need that time alone, that time in solitude, to really allow those ideas to flow through you, that you can write them down or maybe even take action on them. I'm seeing a lot of creative ideas, story ideas, ideas for how to run your business. These types of things are going to be coming to you over the next few months, Peggy. So be on the lookout for those, or just, when an idea hits, don't think, oh, that's a great idea, I'll remember it later. Write it down. Write it down, write it down, write it down, and put it somewhere where you will not forget about it, because there's some really beautiful, divinely inspired ideas coming in to really help amplify your life. And it feels good. It really does. It feels like a major level up. Even if you're not really changing much, it's like you're changing the way you're doing certain things, or the amount of time you're spending doing certain other things. That's really going to make the difference. Tracking all the ideas and letting them marinate. I love that. Yes. And that's just exactly what you're being called to do. Spirit will meet you more than halfway if you can do that. That's beautiful. Yes. Shadow work is your goal this year. That's been my goal like the last 2 to 3 years, pretty much. I've just been shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. And now I'm like, I'm sick of shadow work. I want to do something fun. That's just me, though. Oh, you are so welcome, Peggy. Thanks again for your lovely donation. I'm so glad that Spirit allowed me to bring these messages to you today. So, Lord Frybread, your turn, my friend. Go ahead and post your question, and we'll get right into it. And then Tanishka, I had to think about it. Tanishka is next. All right, Lord Frybread. It is crazy good, though. Absolutely. Yeah. There have been so many epiphanies and level ups in my life these last few years. And specifically, probably since February, it's just been boom, boom, boom. That my life is a far cry, like mentally and emotionally and energetically speaking, than it was, say, in October or December or even January. Like, I can't even tell you. It's just these energies coming in, and just facing things within myself has been the game changer. Oh, you're scared to do readings on people who don't know personally. Aw. I actually find it easier to read for people I don't know personally, because I don't want, when I do tune into things that people I know that I know, it doesn't feel as authentic because I know them and they know that I know these certain things. But when it also comes through from Spirit, it's like, they're telling me this, and I already know this, but like, here it is. Yeah. Not to say I don't love also doing readings for those that I know, because sometimes I can tune into things that they know I don't know, and then they're like, okay, I see what you're doing there. Oh, you sent a donation for Wayne. Okay, I will add him to the list as well. AZ, oh man, Pagan, I can't remember his name. I'm gonna put AZ Pagan. Is that it, or was it Witch? I can't remember exactly. He's changed his name a few times, but there we go. Hello, Shauna. Love, life, and enjoy. I have not seen you in so long. Welcome. Yeah, if we run out of donations within the next 50 minutes or so, 50, not 15, but 50, that's a 0. I'm going to be pulling cards for everyone who's here, so stick around. I'm just going to be pulling a single card for everyone who wants one. I'll give a secret number out when the time is right, and then we will dive in if we have time, 50 minutes from now or before. If we run out of donations in, say, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, we'll dive in. Probably less than not less than 10 because we still have 3 people on the board here. So, Lord Frybread, go ahead and post your question. Tanisha is on deck, and then Wayne. Yeah, right, Peggy? Not just me, not just me. You feel the same way. Hello, Jano. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I'm gonna call out one more time for Frybread. AZ Pagan. Okay, that's what I got here. One more time for Frybread, and then we will move on to Tanisha just to keep this moving forward. Doesn't mean Lord Frybread is out. I'll just pick up his question right when our next available time is, if that makes sense. There he is, finance. There we go. Okay. Oh, you said general reading. See, here's me not even seeing your thing. Okay, general reading and finance. Okay, let's see. Lord Frybread. And then Tanisha, you are on deck. And then Wayne is right after that. And that's our last donation that I have currently registered here. So yeah. All right, what do we have for Lord Frybread, general, but also with finance? Just anything that needs to come through, please, Spirit. We have the Fool. So there's a new beginning coming in with your finances, specifically if you have been feeling very stressed out or kind of anxious or wondering, like, where's all the money going, or why is no more money coming in some regard. There might even be a new way you're making money or a new way money is coming to you very soon here. I'm seeing over the next month. Show me like a 30-day time frame. Yeah, you might have been feeling very stuck with finances, or maybe even with some debt, or just not being able to get ahead as quickly as you want. We can see it all different ways, but with this combination specifically here, Lord Frybread, what you're being asked to do by Spirit is to see things a different way. It's like something I read or heard or saw years ago. I don't remember where or how I heard it, saw it, read it, whatever it was every time you write a check, which who does that anymore? But like, okay, so every time you pay a bill online or, swipe that debit card, whatever the amount is that you're spending out, just know that that amount, and just have the faith and the like happiness and like the emotion that much and more is coming back to you. That can really help shift that lack mentality that many of us are programmed with from pretty much birth and our childhood. So many people are programmed with a lack mentality that, thought that you have to work hard for every single dime that comes in. You're shifting this though. This is what you're shifting. You're seeing this a different way very soon. Because with the Five of Cups, I think maybe you have been focusing on how much money's going out or how much money just isn't coming in rather than what is actually coming in. It's just a matter of reframing. Yeah, maybe the circumstances are exactly the same, but you're reframing it or seeing it from a new vantage point or a new light. And that will really help bring this new beginning with your finances and help really bring some cash in, cash flow coming in. You might have even been fighting with someone about money. I don't know if there was some sort of charge to your card or something that you were fighting, or maybe fighting with someone in your life about money, how they're spending money. Maybe they're fighting with you about how you spend money. There's something with money that you felt like you needed to like tell someone, no, this is how it is. A fighting with it, but also feeling left out, like money isn't coming to you the way maybe that it once had, or it's just not coming in as much as it should be. And the Spirit's showing me like over the next 2 months or so, you're shifting this. 1 month specifically, Lord Frybread, but within 2 months, you're shifting this. I don't know if it's a mentality or just a way that more money is actually coming in for you. But let's just see any words of wisdom or advice, just general or through finances, for Lord Frybread, please, Spirit. So we have Polar Bear. Stand up for yourself. And that's exactly what this card is. It's like everybody's fighting. Everybody's trying to stand up for themselves at the same time, and no one's listening to the other people. But this is about you standing up for yourself. So stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcome. And this is, everybody is super attached to the outcome here. I know it's very difficult to release the attachment from an outcome, especially if you are fighting to get money that someone owes you, or something that was unfair, a charge, or price went up on something. It feels very unfair. But when you can know that really no one's punishing you. Like if you're out money or something, no one's punishing you. It's just about rephrasing or reframing what's happening to you and seeing it in a different light or different circumstance. We also have the platypus card. So stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. So this is maybe a major collective theme going on because we're all just being asked to stop. We already know there's a problem. We already know, maybe for your instance, Lord Fry Bread, you don't have as much money, or maybe you have money, but you're wishing more money would come in, if that makes sense. But instead of focusing on the fact that I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, focusing instead on, okay, yes, admitting we're not spiritually bypassing here. Okay, right now I feel like I don't have enough. Allow yourself to feel that for a minute or a while or however long it takes for you to feel it so you can heal it, deal with it, release it, and then reframe that thought of I don't have enough to I have everything I need. I have everything I need. And starting to feel grateful for the things you do have, the things that you are secure with, that will literally start bringing more of that security in the form of, finances, abundance, helpful people, all sorts of things start to come in, that where maybe there was a door that was closed, locked, signed, sealed, and delivered. You're not getting through that door. Now the door is open. Or maybe a window appeared where there used to just be a wall, something like this. Things are opening up as you shift from the inside out. Because as we shift from the inside out, a lot of times, especially if you've been working on your belief systems about money or like stability and security in your life, if you've already been working on that and you still don't see it reflected in the external, that's the thing here. It takes time for it to start being reflected out. So don't give up and just know that all that hard work you put in to create abundance in your life, it is coming back full circle. But having gratitude and connecting with nature, these are ways that we can really solidify or ground those energies to bring in more abundance. All right, let's get one final message for Lord Frybread from Spirit, either financially or just in general, anything that needs to come through. Well, we got two. I love this. Yes, we've got fulfillment and blessings. I mean, one would have been fine without the other, but having them both together, that is huge. That new beginning is ripe for the taking. It's just going to take a little bit of reframing the current thought process about what's going on, about your circumstances, to bring it in alignment with what you want rather than what you don't want to experience in your finances and even just in life in general. And this doesn't have to just be financially speaking, this combination. This can also just be feeling left out or lonely or just not included in the people in your life. It's like you feel left out in some way, or like you have to defend yourself in some way, and it doesn't feel good. But you have a new beginning coming up for you. And it's going to start first and foremost with you reframing the way you see things. Okay? But this is what's coming in. So, blessings and fulfillment. As a result of all the work you put into a relationship, your finances, whatever it is for you, you're going to reap the rewards and benefits. This is very Nine of Pentacles. This is very Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups and just, all the good things. The Star. Very beautiful energy that is ripe for the taking, just with a shift that's going to start from the inside out. It's 10-10. It was 11-10. Now it's 11-12. So progress. There's progression being made here for you, Lord Frybread. I hope that resonated for you. Good things are coming. I know it doesn't feel like it maybe right now because, it might feel kind of, well, where'd everyone go? The party must be over. There's only just a couple cups left. No, the party's just beginning. All right. Where did I put this deck? Oh, there it is. So up next, we've got Tanisha. Tanisha is next. And then Wayne is on deck. Thank you, Dead On. You are channeling very, very well. Oh, I'm so glad it resonated for you. I'm so glad it resonated, because if you can resonate with the fact that things haven't been great, you should also be resonating with the fact things are going to be looking up very soon. Very, very soon for you, my friend. I'm so excited for you. I felt like just this huge weight lifted off my shoulders and this big sigh of relief just now. So I think that's how you're going to be feeling. Just like, finally. And it feels really good. It's such a good feeling. And that's a feeling you can just tune into and savor and just feel really good with. And now I got chills on my head. So yes, Spirit is helping. So literally ask spirit for help with your finances, with other people that are, standing in the way of what you know is right for you or meant for you. Ask spirit for help. I know it sounds like such a simple thing that we should all have done and thought of, but I forget a lot of times to ask spirit to come along for the ride and help me. I mean, obviously they're checking on in. Obviously they're always with us, but when we can ask for their help, that's when they can help us even more because they can't invade our free will. Okay. So Tanisha has her question out. Are there any new changes coming in for my twin flame, Jordan and I? We've been trying to work through our fears within our connection. All right, let's feel into this for Tanisha and Jordan. All right, we'll see you soon, Ethan. Right. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Let me get a couple cards out. I'm already kind of getting some stuff about the relationship, but I want to, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay, absolutely. All right. So the first one that came out was the Nine of Wands, and it almost feels like she's playing, or he, I think it's a he. We can take this as your energy though. You may have felt like you were the one putting in most of the effort, and it's like you were playing to just a crowd of there's no soul there. There's no soul there. So you may have felt like even when Jordan was in the same room with you, or you were communicating, it's almost like what you were saying was falling on deaf ears. It's like you were playing your best work. You were playing your best, your best cover of whatever song, and no one was really even hearing it. It's like, don't dull who you are. Don't dull your light to try to fit in with everyone else, because this person is shining brighter than any of these people out there. And that's what I'm really seeing is there might have been a lot of back and forth, a lot of running, chasing, breaking up, getting back together, or just a fight, a distance, and then a coming back together. Like that's the kind of it's like a cycle. It keeps happening over and over, or at least has happened 2, maybe 3 times at the least, where you maybe just feel like you have to beat someone over the head for them to understand how you feel and what you need and what you want. And it's like they might talk a big game, but when it comes time for them to actually, them meaning Jordan, to actually show up and put his money where his mouth is, as far as him doing the things he said he would do, or the promises he made, or the things he said, oh, I'll do it different next time. It's like you had enough with that, energetically speaking. So you might have been, oh, you broke up recently. Yes, I would say you might have been the one to finally just say, you know what, I can't do this. And it wasn't because he's not good and you're not good in the relationship. It's just there are certain things that need to be healed. But with this Knight of Pentacles, it's like I think he is going to step up, and you obviously have probably stepped up already in different areas of your life that feel like maybe your work, your home life, physical, tangible things that places we go, people we see, things we own and can touch and taste and smell, all the physical senses. And you've been really working hard on just being the best version of yourself and not letting him hold you back, where maybe before you felt like you were just saying the same thing over and over and he wasn't really rising to the occasion, so to speak. But you're not letting that hold you back, if that makes sense. Let's just tune into his intentions or his energy toward you right now. And of course, this can always change because this is taking a snap of the current timeline, the current energy. It doesn't mean it's the end all be all of forever. So if we get something you don't like here, you can always change this. But it says, yes, this is exactly what I'm seeing with this, is you're not letting that hold you back anymore. You're going to put yourself as priority and do the thing anyway. You're not going to let the fact he can't rise to the occasion dull your light. That's pretty much what we've been building up to, is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And, the twin flame journey is probably the hardest relationship anyone could be in. And that's why an actual twin flame journey is actually pretty rare on this planet, because they're mostly reserved for people who are both very highly spiritual and can take on the challenge. And a lot of times if twin flames come into union too soon, it's like the fire is so bright and it burns so hot that it can burn out. Or, one or the other of you can get burned and never want to go back. And it can be too intense at times. But there might even be exes. Either, I'm really mostly reading this on Jordan's side, that he might still think about, or maybe even talk to, if that resonates. But if you don't think he's talking to them, please use your intuition with that. that maybe just their energy, even if he doesn't like them, he can't stand them, it's like somehow, some way, their energy is still affecting how he shows up in the relationship for you. Specifically, too, they're showing me maybe an ex of his that cheated on him, and he may have taken the fact that she cheated on him into your relationship and made you carry that burden. Which it's not his fault that he did that. He didn't know how to process that and separate the two energies. Um, but at the same time, it's you shouldn't have to put up with that either. If he was, wondering where you were all the time, or just saying things that just weren't, great. If it's not that he was accusing you of anything. It just could be that he would stand off at times too. But they're showing me both though. They're showing me, yes, there'd be times he would maybe almost accuse you, or kind of passively aggressively ask, where you been, who you been talking to, what's going on. Controlling, but not in like an overtly controlling kind of way. But then they're also showing me where he would just completely step back his energy and almost ghost you, or just not be very forthcoming in a communication type of way. And it's not like he was hiding anything. It's just he didn't know how to respond, or how to take the next step, or how to show up. Like his pride, his ego was very involved in the relationship. It's like you were dating his ego rather than his heart, if that makes sense. I don't know if that even makes sense, but that's what Spirit's showing me. But yeah, I think he's intending, because we asked about his intentions. Yeah, projecting, absolutely. I think he's gonna focus hopefully on kind of overcoming some of this, like healing from the past and focusing on himself for just a while. But let's just see his further intentions toward you in the future for Tanisha. Yeah, very big ego. Yeah, the garden. And because I asked about, his future intention toward you, this person here is alone. They're alone out in nature. They're alone in the garden. And to me, though, this garden is very heart centered. So this is you, Tanisha, just kind of going into hermit mode, loving yourself first for a while, healing yourself from Jordan's energy and anyone else that came before him, because it could go both ways, because twin flames really are mirrors of each other. So maybe everything I've just said about Jordan could also it could also refer to you, but I think on a lower scale, because I don't think you were overtly doing these things. I don't think he was overtly doing these things either, but whatever scale he was doing them on, you were doing them on a much more minor scale as far as any toxicity, if that makes sense. But we've all got our toxic traits, don't we? But this is about you loving yourself and cultivating the garden of your own heart, the garden of your own soul, doing your healing, just stepping up and becoming the queen of your highest potential, because you already are a queen. Let's just put that out there. But this is you knowing you're a queen and knowing you deserve someone who can be vulnerable and can share their emotions and show their emotions, and not just when they're angry or have a point to prove, but when they are in love, and you want and need and deserve someone who can express their love in a healthy way. You do deserve that. Yes, chivalry. This is exactly like that romantic. You're a romantic at heart, and you deserve someone who can, cater to your romantic needs. And it's not like this person has to spend a lot of money and it's just showing up day after day, and basically letting you know that you're a queen. Whether they say it out loud or just show, I mean, you would rather see it in their actions anyway. And I don't know that Jordan's ready to do this. Not to say he never will be, but right at this present moment, take a snapshot of what's going on right this moment. He can barely take care of his own emotional needs, let alone help someone like you, a queen, through her emotional needs. Right now. Again, right now. Not to say this can't change in the future, but let's just get one more card about the future of this connection. Just anything Tanisha needs to know about Jordan, his intentions, her heart, anything that needs to come up. Yeah, I mean, this is just letting you know, that twin flame feeling you feel, that soulmate feeling you feel with him is real. And it's not just in your head, that you have a deeper connection that goes beyond this lifetime. You absolutely do. And I'm getting major chills now. And they're really showing me that, if things don't work out in this lifetime, just know, just be rest assured that there will be future lifetimes that you will be together and things will be easier than they were in this life. If not, possibly later in this life, things can be much easier than they had been in the past. But it's all about the healing. It's all about cultivating each of your own gardens first, loving each of yourselves first, so you can show up as more complete and healed versions of each other in the relationship, if that makes sense. Because they're showing me like 1 + 1 = 3. It's like you as a whole complete person and Jordan is a whole and complete person. Not that you already aren't whole and complete. We're not saying that. But as you do that inner work, that shadow work, really healing and loving yourselves, each of you as one person, then the relationship itself almost becomes a third entity in the connection. It's like 1 + 1 = 3, if that makes sense. It's like you as your whole and complete self, Jordan is his whole and complete self, and then the relationship as this whole and complete, beautiful union. It's like a trifecta. I don't know. Spirit's weird with sometimes what they show me. So I don't always know what they're trying to say, but maybe that makes sense to you. Uh, but yeah, I think there could be a possibility of commitment again in the future, but it's going to take, especially if you're working on yourself, Tanisha, you're not going to settle for that old version of him that you had experienced before. You're not, and you shouldn't have to. So it's basically going to be you work on yourself, and that's going to force him, because as a twin flame energy, what you do, he does. What he does, you do. And of course, in varying degrees, there's usually one person who's more spiritual in the connection and one who's less spiritual or more ego driven. And there's one who's more introverted, one who's more extroverted, all the things. And it doesn't always have to be that the extrovert is the ego person. It can be the other way around or whatever. But it's like what you do, the work you do on yourself is going to like trigger something within him to want to work on himself and level himself up. The healing you do on your relationship is going to trigger him to do healing on your relationship as well. So just know the work you're putting in, you will see reflected in him. Again, though, time will tell if he's willing to go as far and put in as much work and effort as you do. We don't know that yet. But I'd say there's a good chance he will. It's just that, the distorted feminine on the back here, he may not have had a very good example of what healthy love looks like. And maybe you didn't either. But I think you intuitively know what a healthy relationship should look and feel and be like. But it's like he doesn't. He didn't have a great example of that growing up. Even if his parents were together, there was an emotional disconnect between them, if not a physical disconnect. I'm really not seeing his parents associate much with each other at all. Even if it looks like it on the surface that they do, internally not much is there. If they're even together, I just don't see that they are. But yeah, he just needs a healthy dose of wake-up call with you working on yourself. And my parents were married but dysfunctional. There we go. Yeah. And usually you guys are mirrors of each other. Again, it doesn't always have to be exactly the same scenario, but where maybe one pair of parents divorced, the others were together but highly dysfunctional. Neither of those gives a good example to the children of what a healthy relationship is. But Tanisha, I think you have a pretty strong handle on what what you like intuitively know you deserve and want to experience in a relationship. And maybe still to this day, you haven't had that. Maybe the like beginning stages of like flirting and all that is like on point for you. And you're like, yes, this is going to be great. And then you get in the relationship and it's just not what this person promised. Energetically speaking, maybe even literally speaking out like, oh, I promise you this and that. And then they don't. It, to me, though, feels more energetic. Like there was an energetic promise of a brighter future that just never happened or something like this. But I wish you the best luck in this relationship. I would just say focus on you, Queen, and do that healing, love yourself, and you just may see him coming back your way because he's going to be triggered by you working on you. He's going to feel that pull to work on himself as well. But again, if you use your intuition every step of the way, if you don't feel like reaching out, don't reach out. If you do feel like reaching out, feel free to do that. Always trust your own intuition every step of the way. All right. Big hugs, big hugs. You got this. All right. Wayne is next. And then we had a donation coming in from Vicky. One card read or, shorter read because I can never stick to one card. You guys know me. This resonated to the T. Well, big hugs to you, Tanisha. You got this. You're a queen and you know it. You're not going to settle for anything less. Hi, Vicky. How are you, my dear? All right. I'm going to add Vicky to the list. All right. And we have about a half hour, well, really 20 minutes-ish, about till 1 hour, 50-minute mark of the live stream. If we run out of donations by that time, I will pull a couple cards before I go. But if we keep having to go through the donations, I probably won't do that. I'm already starting to feel my throat start to go. So, but I do want to say, hopefully that we can get a couple cards pulled just for those who are here, who stuck with us the whole live stream. I want to give you guys a little reward for hanging out with us today, if I can possibly do that at all. Okay, so for Wayne, he wants there's a general reading from the guides and ancestors for Wayne. All right, Peggy, also, if you wanted to timestamp this, it's at the 1 hour, 29 minute, and 7-second mark of the live. I don't know. Some people, I like to have timestamps for when I get a reading with someone, which I haven't done in a probably since October was probably the last time I got a reading with anyone. It's been a while. I have a hair, just not finding it, but it's there somewhere, tickling me. All right. But yeah, I like to timestamp them. So sometimes I can go back, even if I just watch them back. It's like the situation I was going through that really resonated at the time that I'm no longer in. It's like that same message can still resonate with what I'm going through currently. It's so weird how that is. All right, for Wayne, anything for Wayne? Ooh, we have here the 7 of Wands. Ooh, I really see with this 7 of Wands, not just your general, oh, you're trying to prove your point and, no one's listening. I'm really seeing this as Wayne wanting to try some new hobby or really dive into something that feels very passionate to him. It could be a spiritual practice, could be a hobby or a talent, a skill, a gift. The spirit really wants him to focus on something, have time for himself. Even if he can just carve out, 1 hour a week or 1 hour a day would be ideal. But 1 hour a week, we got a lot going on. 1 hour a week would really benefit this practice, this gift, whatever it is. He's watching it. I need to email this to myself. So we got it. There you go. But yeah, there is this element of patience going on. This might be something he's still very new to or just dabbling in to learn about. Maybe he's reading books about it or watching YouTube videos about it, whatever it is. But there's this element of patience or the fact that this is something that's going to be like in his life for a while, this hobby, this practice, whatever it is. But it's something new to him. It's very new. But it's something he can tangibly taste, touch, smell, or see in the physical world, or hear. Here is another 3D world, mundane sense. Could even be music. I mean, obviously I am using the Grunge Tarot, so there's a lot of musical references here, but there may be some specific music that he's listening to, or maybe new artists he's picked up that's been kind of a message for two people now. But then we have the King of Cups. So, this whatever this is for him, this is helping him process some emotions from childhood, from his past. Could even be early 20s, really reading in this time, like right after high school, before life really got real with, adulting and all that. I don't know if he's been talking a lot about those times or, just feeling and tuning into those times. But it feels to me like there's some healing that you're doing there, Wayne. You're healing something from your early, late teens to early 20s era. You're healing some things from there. Maybe some memories from that time have been coming up. But this is actually, it might cause some stress, might cause some anxiety, or even if they are good memories, good things you're tuning back into, it's almost like you're having this kind of bittersweet feeling of, oh man, I wish things could still be like that, or I wish that person was still in my life, or I wish that person was still alive, or, whatever it is. But this to me feels like you're closing out some things, Wayne. You're closing out some old just traumas, wounds, emotional pain from the past, but also, the glory days of being young and dumb and having so much fun and not having that much responsibility. It's like there are times maybe, Wayne, you're just like, I wish I could go back to that because like life was so much simpler then. I mean, whatever, but like, oh, it was so cool. And that might be part of, even if this practice or this hobby has zero to do with that time in your life, Wayne, it's kind of bringing that same passionate feeling back that anything's possible or that life can be anything I want it to be. Even if you're still being an adult and, in the strict rules of, having to pay bills and work and do all these things, but you're finding little ways or carving out little bits of time to experience life that you want and then taking action on it. Yeah, he's been tuning into those times. That's awesome. But there's something you're going to be taking action on very soon, Wayne, that feels to me like a big accomplishment. Even if it's not like, what whole world would deem as an accomplishment, to you, Wayne, it is an accomplishment. Might be some sort of public speaking or getting on some sort of platform and actually having people show up and listen and be there, and um, you being able to express something from your heart. It's like you're sharing a piece of your emotional self with the world. Could even just be with the family or people close to you. It doesn't have to be like the world at large or social media or anything like that. But to me, this feels, Wayne, like you being able to speak from the heart. And that's kind of been a theme lately. I don't know what it is. Let's just get some words of wisdom and advice from ancestors and guides for Wayne. Oh, the donation that just came in for the one card is you. Okay, awesome. So let me see. So we have Vicky, and then Shauna will be right after Vicky for 2 one-card reads in a row. Well, one card, aka shorter reads. they're usually more than one card because I can't help myself. All right, what else does Wayne need to know? Words of advice, please, Spirit, and this one. We have Snow Leopard. Oh my gosh, this has come out twice now. Take some time out from your usual life and spend it in solitude. Yeah, this is exactly what this was saying is, take time out from the regular struggles of life, even if it's just an hour a week. Like I said, more ideally an hour a day if at all possible, to journal out your thoughts or think about things, make plans, try stuff out. Again, it's not going to all happen overnight. It's going to take some patience and time for these new opportunities, these new things where you're just really cultivating this relationship with yourself, Wayne. That's what it feels like. You're cultivating a beautiful relationship with yourself. But it says also remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to the signs, omens, and let them dictate your choices. So this is about following those signs, symbols, synchronicities that you've been seeing, the numbers, the different symbols and spirit animals, whatever it is, because they are telling you a story. They are like little breadcrumbs leading the way to this beautiful new opportunity for you. Again, it might take some patience and some, a learning curve with learning these new things that you're being asked to learn, or you're just really passionate. It's not like you're like, oh, I gotta learn these things. It's like you're diving in. You're really passionate about learning whatever it is, whatever this hobby or this. I mean, to me, this feels like, Wayne, something you could eventually use to make money. So this hobby, this passion project could turn into something that could make you money. Not that that's why you're doing it. I think that's like the last reason you're doing it, but like I'm just saying it's a possibility. You could earn some money doing this thing. All right, let's get one more for Wayne. Getting the mess going here. One more for Wayne. Anything else that needs to come out? Spirit. Ooh, 2 more, 3 more. Well, we'll just take the top 2 because there's like 6, 7 cards there. Ooh, we have forgiveness and going forward. Yes. But what I was saying about tuning into the past, those bittersweet times, maybe the emotional times from your past. You're finding ways to forgive others and yourself through this journey of going back and revisiting things. But it's not like you have to dive in and go back and find these things. They're very near the surface. So don't force any shadow work that you don't need to go. It's going to be right at the surface. So anything that is, memories coming up or, emotions, things that happened to you in the past, you don't have to go searching for them. They are very close at hand. They're very just near the surface, if not outside the surface, for you to grab and do what you need to do. But again, healing is a journey. And there's this element of patience that as you go through and heal, what's happening is you are moving forward on your path of life. And I just heard too, the rest of your life is the best of your life. So if there are times in your life that you think back fondly on and think, oh, I'll never feel like that again, or things will never be that way again. No, maybe they won't be exactly the same way, but the feeling that you felt during those times, that really like, I could conquer the world kind of feeling, is coming back to you in some capacity through something you're doing for yourself, a passion project, a hobby, something like this. It's bringing back these beautiful big feelings of just, it's like they're showing me Jack Dawson on Titanic standing at the front. I'm king of the world. Like he literally felt like the world was his oyster. I mean, you're not going to have the same ending as Jack Dawson. That's not where we're headed. No. Let's just pretend the movie Titanic ended with Jack and Rose being married the second they stepped foot into New York, and like life was beautiful. Not easy, but beautiful. Yes, I love it. Yes, you can do it, Wayne. I have faith in you. All right, what a beautiful message from your spirit team. All right, so Vicky has her question on PayPal. Perfect. I'll put these back, take a drink of water, and duck over to PayPal. All right. All right, so we have here, can I please ask Spirit what is coming toward me in love? Currently single and was on a dating website recently, but felt it wasn't for me as the men I matched with were looking for something more casual, and that's not what I want. Absolutely. My work and social life are going well, but I would love to, my love life to improve. Yes, let's tune into love for Vicky. Anything that needs to come through. What's going on for Vicky's love life in the near future? Just any energies, any people coming toward her. This is a self-love journey for a while. What do we need to know, Spirit? Anything that needs to come out. Ooh, we have 4 swords. So yeah, you're kind of taking a time out with love, which, when we're single, it's like, oh, I don't want to be single. But like, Spirit's really showing me that this is going to be a time that you can look back on and really enjoy because you're getting to know yourself without someone else kind of getting intermingled in that or influencing that in some way, if that makes sense. Let's get a couple more cards on this because I'm seeing that it may not even be through the end of the year. Yeah. They're showing me like October, kind of through the end of the year. That's when the potential to actually meet someone will arise for you. You might meet them through your work. You might meet them through somewhere you go on a regular basis. I don't see you meeting them, online. This is you meeting them out in the physical world. It's like you're seeing them somewhere you go or something like this. Maybe even being introduced through people you already know kind of situation. But this Page of Pentacles is physical world, physical reality, new beginning. Someone you don't know yet. This is a new person in your life that you've never met. So let's see what else is going on. Any other bits of, sneak peek we can get for Vicky. We have Knight of Pentacles. Yes. So again, Pentacle energy is pretty slow moving, but it's worth the wait because this person is going to be someone worth, they want a committed relationship. They want stable and long term. They don't want just a fling or a casual hookup. That's not what this person that's going to be for you is looking for. They're very similar to you, but also have enough differences that there's that attraction there. And they may be an earth sign. So your Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or maybe their Venus, Jupiter, Mars could be in an earth sign as well is what they're showing me. But let's just tune in one more card. Anything Vicky needs to know about her love life. Pay attention to the red flags. So there might be some people coming toward you, between now and then, whenever that could be, October, that just aren't a good fit. And you're going to know it right away because there's going to be a lot of red flags. There's signs. There's, the signs are cautioning you. So maybe you just intuitively know. I mean, the guy might have a name that is a name of someone else that did you wrong in the past or just someone you can't stand. And that's kind of like the red flag for you, like, oh, that person has the same name as that other person. Okay, yeah, I noticed you're way clear of that. But it's not just you judging them by their name or anything like that. It could be they act like someone you used to know, or it doesn't have to specifically be the name, but that's just like the example Spirit was giving me. But these red flags are going to be very apparent. It's not like you have to go searching for them. They're going to be right at the surface that you're like, yeah, that relationship's not for me. Just kind of like the dating site. It's like, yeah, maybe people were interested, but they weren't interested in you for the reasons you wanted them to be interested in you. So you knew as a red flag, like, yeah, I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to pass on that. So there might be a few more instances where you have some red flags stuff coming up. But for the most part, you're setting a nice foundation for a relationship. Yeah, the unrequited love. And to me, this feels more like those casual hookup type people coming in your direction. And you're like, yeah, no, not doing it. And that paired with the red flags, that to me really does feel like dating app vibes. Not to say people can't fall in love on a dating app. That's not what I'm saying. But 90% of what's going on over there is kind of like, yeah, I think I'd rather not. But yeah, I'd say just for the foreseeable future, Vicky, just focusing on you and, just literally asking your guides and angels for help in the love department because they can help line things up, but they're also waiting on, your next significant other to be in alignment with you. Maybe they have some things they're going through right now. And if you had met them any sooner, it wouldn't have worked out because maybe they live in a different area or maybe they're going through a divorce. I mean, we just never know. We never know what life circumstances someone's going through at any given time. But there is divine timing at play here, and you will line up with this person when it is the right time. So don't stress, don't worry too much. I know it's easier said than done when we're single and we're ready to mingle, but yeah, there is someone that's looking for a stable long-term commitment that is out there and is meant for you. It's just a matter of spirits timing. Yeah, they're confirming. Yes, ding ding, we have a winner. Yes, you're so welcome, Vicky. Absolutely. All right, so Shauna, one card reading for Shauna. Let's get that going for Shauna. Just let me know what your question is, and we'll get right into that for you. And we have time, I think, as long as no other donations come in. But if they do, we'll honor those as well. For a one card for everyone who's here. Even if you paid for a reading, you're still included in the one card. So we'll do Shauna's cards probably, and then we will get into the one card read. I'm gonna adjust myself in the chair, get comfy cozy. All right. So Shauna is on deck, ready to go. Go ahead and post your question. Oh, is your marriage over? Oh, big hugs. Well, of course, I would say please use your intuition over and above anything you hear from some girl on the internet. But let's just tune into this energy. I'm getting some chills now, so Spirit wants to help you with this, Shauna. Whatever's going on here, we're going to get some answers for you hopefully today. Shauna's marriage. What's going on here? Okay. So, wow. I don't think so. I don't think it's over. It might feel like to me, this feels like you're at the end of a very tough cycle. This is someone who has, especially if this is a long-term marriage and it's not something that just happened in the last 2 or 3 years. If you guys have been together, over 3 years, if not long time, there's so much love here. Yes, maybe some of the toxicity that's been along for the ride is there, and it's very prevalent right now. But I see you guys working through this. Especially though, it's gonna have to be where I see you're ready to and willing to work on it, but he has to step up and also be ready and willing to work on it. But I think very quickly, because we got this one of the fastest moving cards here, there will be a shift, a big change coming in the relationship to where you guys can have a big heart to heart and just get it all on the table. The good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, the happy, the everything in between, and just get it out. And just, what are your main transgressions in this relationship? What are your main complaints? And just, yeah, it doesn't feel good to hear these things, but sometimes communication. I think that's what really went off the rails was proper communication. There might have been one or the other of you shut down and wasn't really coming forth to communicate, or maybe the communication was so overt with one person. I'm really reading it maybe more he had said things he didn't mean to you, and maybe even later came back and said, I didn't mean to say that, but then you're like, well, you said it, so like you obviously meant it in some capacity or you wouldn't have said it, kind of thing. Maybe hurtful words, name calling, something like this. But we're ending it here with the Four of Wands. This is a marriage. This is a happy home life, and I'm getting chills again. These major trials, tribulations you've been through in your relationship have been to teach you guys that on a soul level, you guys do love each other. Even if you do decide to, go your separate ways and then come back together, I just don't see this ending for good. Maybe it ends for long enough for you guys to see, let's do a trial separation, without saying we're done forever. Just separate on like a trial, like try it, try it before you buy it kind of thing. Like let's separate on a trial run just to see if that helps each of us move forward and then come back together, or something like this. But I don't see it being over for good, because there might even be a recommitment ceremony or like a renewal of the vows after all this is said and done. It might even be as far as 2 years out where you guys come back together in a really solid way. But I see you guys really laying the groundwork for that recommitment much sooner than 2 years from now, if that makes sense. Originally dating in 97 and found back to one another last year. Okay, so there's where that longevity came in. That's where the longevity, because I saw like a long-term, you guys have known each other a long time. And this isn't the first rodeo as far as lifetimes that you guys have been together. Yeah, got married this year in April. I don't see that this is over. I really don't. I really don't. I think whatever it is you're going through right now, it feels really big. It feels like a deal breaker. It feels like, what did we do? It feels like heavy. It's very heavy, but it's not unsurmountable. As long as you're both willing and ready to commit to this and to recommitting to this, that's where the, because I know you're ready and willing. I can feel that energetically from you, and I feel it from him too. Excuse me. I feel that from him too. But the fact that I'm just like having throat issues right now, it's like he can't express his love, his heart to you the way you deserve a lot of times. It's like he's not the first one to step up and be vulnerable, if that makes sense, or to speak out how he feels about you from his heart. Um, but let's just get any words of wisdom or advice before we close out for Shauna. Ladybug, this is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all the good things in your life. Yeah, I feel like this is just a roadblock because these are two happiness and contentment and abundance cards right here. And this could even be being re-inspired or a reignition of passion, but it's going to have to come. There's going to have to be some sort of big heart-to-heart conversation where you two come together without being in attack mode, but just laying out, when, not what the person does, not saying you do this, you did that, you said this, you said that, but saying how what he did made you feel, and allow him to do the same so that you guys can get it out on the table. I think that's the thing, is just getting it out on the table. That would really help. Let's see, got one more for Shauna, please, Spirit. Yeah, the oh my gosh, I'm gonna say that. It's a Hawaiian owl, however you say that. So I don't know if you guys had a trip to Hawaii or ever thought of taking a trip to Hawaii, but it's showing up in your reading, Hawaiian. If you like Hawaiian pizza, I don't know. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay attention to signs and omens from them. Wow. Wow, that's huge. Yeah, Spirit's sending you a lot of signs, synchronicities, maybe a lot of angel numbers. And you got the chills again. You might be getting chills and just randomly, or when you hear something or see something that resonates, you'll get chills. So Shauna, just be on the lookout for some signs. But I don't see that this is completely over, but I do see that there needs to be a strengthening in the way you communicate with each other. Because there's a lot, especially on his side, that's just left unsaid. He doesn't know how to express himself. But working with, if you're the better communicator specifically, just opening up a line of dialogue to get him speaking. Do things he enjoys. I don't know what he enjoys, but go do things he enjoys so he feels more comfortable to open up. Because if he feels like he's on the defense, or you're somewhere he's not comfortable, he probably won't open up so much as if he was somewhere he felt good and safe and comfortable to be vulnerable. So I hope that at least gave you a little taste of something. I just do not see that this is over. Not to say you guys can't make that choice for yourselves, but as far as what's going on right now on this current timeline, you're meant to at least give it one more big chance, because I just see that maybe one or both of you just don't feel heard or understood. And that's really the kicking point here, is just not feeling heard or understood. And when you're heard and understood, both of you, you'd feel much more safe and secure in the relationship. Yeah, you're so welcome. Absolutely. All right, so we literally hit it 1 minute after I wanted to, so we're right on time. So if you would like a card, put 11:44 in the chat, because right when we were talking about it earlier, I saw 11:44 on the clock. You love him. I can feel it. I can feel that love, and he loves you too. This is not over. So fight for it. I would say fight for it. That would be my best advice. All right, Ethan, we're going to do the crystal angel deck. Words of wisdom, advice, love, whatever for Ethan. Aqua Aura. I love it. Healthy communication. This should be Shauna's card too. I think this is also Shauna's message. Healthy communication in relationships. Heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. Yes. So this could even be resonating, Ethan, with like your friends, your family, just literally speaking from the heart to heart. Yeah, 11:44. Okay, Brandy Lynn, my dear, you are next. We have Smoky Quartz. Clearing negativity for Brandy Lynn. Release negativity from within or around you. So Smoky Quartz is really good for clearing that negativity and just keeping your energy more pure. Pairing that also up with like just a clear quartz can really amplify that as well. There might even be some negative or toxic people that have been around you, or I don't know, maybe even things you've read or saw on social media, people getting into drama, and you're like, I probably shouldn't read this. It's just whatever. And then you read it and then you feel like, yeah, kind of yucky after reading it. It's just about cultivating um, you know, cultivating your different feeds on like Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever to kind of stay out of the drama because no, you don't need it. All right, so what do we have for Michelle De Leon? Welcome, my dear. Let's get Michelle a card. Michelle's card. Michelle gets 2 cards because Michelle's that special, apparently. We have Tanzanite, ready to love again. You've healed from the past enough to open your heart to new love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And rose quartz. Oh my God, Michelle, stop it. 2 love cards. Love life with rose quartz. So Tanzanite and rose quartz could be really great crystals to carry around for love. But love life, rose quartz, new or renewed romantic love is here for you. Wow, you're ready. It's time. That's exciting. They came out together. That's amazing. All right. Up next, we got Marlene V. Let's get my sweet Marlene a card. We have here Rubalite, passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. This could be a hobby. This could be something you're actually paid for. Could be a mixture of many different things, as I might drop that card. But you're just finding this renewed sense of passion for life to feel more invested in whatever it is you're doing, wherever it is you're spending your time. Could even be in relationships. You're finding like more passion and purpose behind why you're in certain relationships or friendships. And maybe even finding this renewed passion and purpose, you're realizing that certain people or situations in your life just aren't working out anymore. And you can now understand that, yeah, maybe it's time to release these so I can really focus on these things that really light me up. All right. Who else? We have 1 more, maybe 2 more. Peggy. Let's get a card for Peggy. All right. What is Peggy? Whoa, Peggy. Yours went flying off the shelf. What do we got here? We got Ruby. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I love that. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. You're working on a lot of like heart clearing with all your shadow work. And it's funny because you put all those green hearts, which are associated with the heart chakra. Heart, green heart, green heart. Yes, you're working on that heart chakra. They're telling me to grab 1 more for you, Peggy. So I'm gonna listen. Oh, we also have amethyst, revealing your true self. Yeah, you are clearing a lot of this stuff from your heart so you can bring on more of your higher self. That is so powerful. So your crown chakra and your heart chakra are really on and popping right now for activation, for clearing, for healing, for just expansion. There's a lot of expansion. But it says here, revealing your true self. And I got major crown tingles as we speak. They've just been coming in. Reveal your true self. As you allow others to know the real you'll feel loved for who you truly are, and reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So they both speak about the heart, pretty much, revealing your true self, but also, the crown chakra. So that's powerful. All right. Anyone else just joining us? If you would like me to pull you a card, no money down, just for free. Go ahead and put 1144 in the chat. 1144. I might have covered everybody though that's here. But if anyone didn't get a card, put 1144 in the chat and I'll pull you a card before we go. Oh, I think Peggy was asking, I thought I saw something about my schedule. So my Woo Woo Wednesday, normally, because it's baseball, it's on a different time right now, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. But normally I do it at 6 p.m. Mountain Time when we don't have baseball. So probably toward the end of this month, I'm going to kick Woo Woo Wednesday back up to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And Friday, I'm also live at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, Fridays. So Wednesday, Fridays are my 2 days, and once in a great while, it's probably been 3 or 4 months, I will also go live on a Sunday or a Saturday here or there. And I may even move my Friday live stream back to Saturday, where it was its kind of permanent time slot. But because the kids and my work schedule and stuff for school, I moved it to Friday. I might be moving it back to Saturday because the kids will be home during the day on Friday. So stand by. Stand by for my, I guess, final summer schedule because it shifts, it changes. Oh, you're behind, so you haven't heard yours yet. Oh, okay, no worries. But anyway, yeah. So my summer schedule might be shifting, changing, morphing, growing, expanding, decreasing. I don't know. I don't really know. But yeah, we are, at least for the foreseeable next few weeks, we're still Woo Woo Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesdays, and then 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday for the Friday time. But that might be moving to Saturday in the summer, probably early in the day. Not quite that early because they're still home. They usually go out to my in-laws on Saturday to hang out and do things out there. But yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go. I hope you all had fun. I had fun. I always have fun with you guys. But my throat is really hurting now. Talking wasn't hurting it yesterday. I don't know what. I don't have any sickness. There's no like sinus things going on. It might actually be the pollen. Lunar! Oh my god, I was just about to leave. I was like, my throat hurts. I gotta go. No, Lunar. I just got full body chills, Lunar. You're here. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. Let's pull you a card. I pulled everyone else a card here at the end. Let me pull you a card before I go. I just got full body chills. I was talking earlier about all the writing I've been doing. Oh my god. I have so much to catch you up on someday. But I am going to hopefully, possibly, probably, maybe be, oh, there's gold. I have major chills. Major chills. I'm going to be updating. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm like so excited. Yes, and it's your birthday. I was going to wish you happy birthday on Instagram today. Yes. Happy birthday, my dear. Let's actually do a full reading for you. I want to do that. What was I saying? See, I'm so excited. I was like 50,000 things I want to tell you. But yeah, fourth draft. I'm of 44 chapters of my first book. I've just finished the 12th chapter of my fourth draft. I'm gonna be looking for my beta reader soon, and I'm gonna be uploading my first video to AuthorTube channel soon. Probably this next week or two, depending on all this like last minute school stuff for the kids to get out for summer. But very soon I will be uploading over there, and I'm super excited, and things are just going so well in the writing department. All right, Lunar, what do we need to know for Lunar? We got the gold card. That was the first one that came out. It's divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. So you might have been having, or very soon will be, having a lot of signs, symbols, synchronicities, a lot of things that feel like your life is being rerouted energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all the things being rerouted. And it's funny because when this came out, it reminded me of back in the day how John kept sending me like messages about gold on the Spirit app and like in readings and songs that would talk about gold. And when I first saw this peeking out of the deck, it was like, John has a message for you, Lunar, which is so interesting. I love that. Then we also have rhodochrosite, so be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover, which I think you have been kind of stepping back from social media and just taking time to figure things out. I don't know if you figured anything out about the move or any of that, but that you needed this time. I really see you needed this time to just be, to just know, to just really tune in and know what was meant for you, specifically for the next year or two, because there's going to be a lot of things shifting and changing for you over these next 2 or so years. And then we have ready to love again. So it's like you have done a lot of heart healing and things, and maybe there are certain people in your life that you're ready to bring back in or give them a second chance. Or I'm not seeing that like with Eric or anything like that, but like, this could even be with your sister. I don't know if something went on with your sister where you've been closer or you felt like a closer heart connection with your sister, but it says ready to love again. You've healed from the past enough to open your heart to new love. And this could be new love with new friends, new family members, new children that are joining the family. I don't know if that's even going on in either side of your family, or if this is new love with old connections or connections people who've been in your life. But we've got a lot of like the yellow color, like solar plexus, really owning, your confidence and in your power. And we also have, to me, this feels very throat chakra, like speaking, communicating, coming forward in that way. Where's my grunge tarot deck? I just had it. There it is. All right, we're getting back. Here we go. Lunar. Anything else for Lunar? It's happy birthday, so we're doing a full reading before I go. Major step back or major purging. With everything going on locally, I'd really appreciate it. Yes. Big hugs, Lunar. I've been thinking about you so much and just sending you so much good vibes and love and just big hugs. All right, what do we got going on for Lunar? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so 4 of Pentacles. This is like, dotting your i's, crossing your t's with, your plans, finances, just trying to figure out what can we afford, what can we do, how can we get out of this place and move somewhere better. And it has not been probably an easy process, but I love this. There's been something, I don't know if you did some sort of ritual or activated or felt some sort of activation in your energy field. To me, though, this feels something that was intentional. So if this wasn't you that did it, Lunar, this was your higher self that was working through you to make this happen. Some sort of activation, some sort of ritual, or I see it as something you, at least on a higher self level, were very invested in. Maybe during the new moon, but it could have even been as far back as the eclipses. Something happened, shifted, changed, morphed for you to be able to heal even more stuff from the past. And this is, of course, also a moving card. But they're showing me between now and October, there are going to be some new, like timelines or like opportunities coming in for you that will align and bring you. It's almost like you felt like you were stuck for so long, and then all of a sudden there's like 4 opportunities, 7 opportunities that just came out of nowhere. Maybe multiple different locations or multiple different houses you're interested in, and like things are lining up and you really have your pick or your choice of the litter of what's going on. Um, Very interesting. As I said, pick of the litter. They showed me like a dog. So I don't know if you guys have been thinking about getting a dog, maybe after you move or something, but they're showing me a male dog, a little puppy. He's black. Maybe got some white on him. Doesn't have to be if that's not the type of pet you want, but that's just what spirit's showing me right now. But we also have the 7 of Pentacles, so there is this element of having some patience, which is like the worst thing to hear when we're already like so over the situation. But this patience is so going to pay off with what's coming and what is ahead for you that I got this burst of excitement. October moving forward, not to say things can't line up before then, but just based on current timeline, current everything, October looks to be about the time. And October has come up a couple times in readings today. So I don't know if there's a big like timeline shift like collectively around October or what's going on with October, but let's just see what else for lunar. Yeah, look at that. The sun, happiness. It's like October is really shifting things. But again, between the work you do, the healing you do, the purging, the decluttering, the projects you start, whatever it is that you've got going on between now and October, like I can't stop with these freaking crown tingles. They've just been getting to me. Like since you got on here, it's just like radiating full body tingles that start from the head down. Wow. But this to me feels like just connecting with the earth and nature. But like this to me feels like water. I mean, obviously they're in an empty pool, it looks like here, but this feels like ocean, lake, possibly going on some sort of place or trip, vacation, or going to some place with water that you can connect in a safer way than just taking a walk around your dangerous neighborhood. This to me feels like a safe connection to nature in whatever way that looks. Even for now, if that just looks like having some house plants or getting in the car when Dustin's off work and going somewhere far away from home that's across town or something that's safer, doing something like this to get out. Especially now in the north, things are kind of warming up. Maybe not so much where I'm at, but hopefully where you're at, things are warmer to where you guys can get out and enjoy. And very interesting, the sun comes out with being your birthday, solar return and all. So let's just get a message for lunar for the birthday. Year ahead, anything to look forward to. Knight of Swords, quick moving energy. Like I said, once things start lining up, divine timing's its whole thing. With this thing going on, it's like there are like opportunities and avenues being woven behind the scenes that you can't see yet. But when the time is right, when divine time strikes, you'll be moving forward very quickly. And I really already saw that once it's like it felt like there was no opportunities, and then all of a sudden they're just all presented, and everything's moving so fast. You're like, is this real life? Like, what's happening right now? But things will be moving forward much quicker over this next solar year for you than they had been the previous 6. They're showing me like 6 years, where maybe, I don't know specifically what happened 6 years ago. What would that have been? 2015, right? No, 16, 2000. No, am I wrong? What's going on here? Was 2016 6 years ago? How? Where does the time go? Okay, so it's something that happened in 2016 that felt like this is my big chance, this is my big break. Life is about to really expand for me. And maybe it did for a while, but then it kind of pulled back. You're going to tap back into whatever was going on. They're showing me specifically around your birthday in 2016. I don't know if you did something special for your birthday in 2016, or I don't know. I didn't even know you back then. So I don't know. But Page of Cups, this is a fun, exciting surprise. A lot of new energy though with these like younger court cards. So this could even be things you're doing with the kids, or experiences you're having for the first time ever, things you're trying for the first time ever, places you're visiting for the first time ever, you're moving somewhere you've never been to, something like this. Over this next year. I definitely see a move over the next year though. All right. Ooh, yes. Look at this. Yeah. In with the old, or out with the old, in with the new. As that death ending comes, the new beginning. And this feels like a new beginning with your throat chakra, majorly. Communication, creativity, things you do with your hands, your writing, your passion for life. I'm seeing all this stuff come out. Wow, there's a lot going on. Little boy's energy strong lately, keeps getting dreams of having a girl. I got engaged then. Oh, okay. Yeah, Seven of Cups was saying like all those opportunities, just endless opportunities. And I even said 4 to 7 opportunities, and there's Seven of Cups. But to me, this feels like that message of hope that yes, there's a lot of life left to be lived, and a lot of experiences out there left to be experienced. That yes, maybe I have felt very entrenched in what I've been in, but it's changing, it's shifting. May 26th, same calendar year as this year, actually. Oh, wow. Oh, same calendar. Yeah, like the same day on the calendar. I got it. All right, let's get one more before we wrap up from this, and then one more from I always forget the name of that deck. The cool animal deck. All right, what else for lunar? Ooh, yeah, Six of Cups. So there is this revisiting, this nostalgia. Maybe even you're going to trips to places that you visited as a kid, or places you wanted to go as a kid. That's kind of what they're showing me. But they're showing me this forward momentum, almost like taking experiences from the past to really inspire your future, your present and future. Because present really is our only point of action, right? But it's like experiences, maybe even a childhood. It's like you rewrote your childhood to, if I could have, I would have done X, Y, and Z. It's like instead of just letting that be like, oh, in my mind, I did that. It's like you're like, well, I'm actually going to go to those places that I wanted to go as a kid, or, experience those things I wanted to as a kid. You're actually going to do those things over this next year. All right, what else do we have coming in for lunar? It's 11/11. Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of new energy. I probably don't need to take all of these, but we got the camel. So trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Yes, especially with that Four of Pentacles. Where'd it go? Here it is. A lot of times we can think, well, I would love to make all these changes, but like, where's the money coming from? Or how is that opportunity ever going to present itself? A lot of times we kind of keep ourselves in these little boxes because that's where we've been. But this is to know and trust that the resources that you already have are the ones that are going to get you through the challenges that you're already facing. And then the blue heron. So I don't know if you want to look up symbols of these two animals to get some further guidance, but it's very interesting too, because the blue heron is the guy on the back of the deck here. So he's a special one in this deck specifically. But it says, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Again, I really see this tied with your creativity and, your throat chakra, that big activation, that big level up of your throat chakra. Because the way you used to operate with family, with friends, with social media, it's like you're shifting and changing and letting that old part of you that felt disempowered or not good enough, or what does my voice matter anyway, you're letting that die. And this is what's replacing it: clarity, self-assuredness, eloquently speaking, or getting your point across in a way that really touches people's heart and soul. It's very powerful. So I don't know if you have been making some major plans with your YouTube channels or your creative projects in any way, but that's what it feels like to me. And if you haven't been, over this next year, you're really working for that. Okay, this must be relevant as well. And I love it. It's a manatee. Let me get it. All right, we got 2. The manatee, and I just absolutely loved. No, stop. I had a dream the other night about humpback whales, and there's one in your reading as well. Okay, manatee. Accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Yes, it's almost like you are you're like, okay, my living situation, the housing situation, the neighborhood situation, it is what it is. But instead of that fatalistic, well, I guess I'll never be able to change it. This is what it is. It's like, no, this is what it is now. But what am I going to do about it? Right. And then you got humpback whale. So music is essential to your healing and well being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. And right as I'm reading this, they're showing me the Lateralis album by Tool specifically. I don't know if that album of theirs specifically has meaning for you, but there is a song or maybe a couple songs or many more songs on that album that can bring through some downloads for you at this time. Specifically, though, with all this ocean energy, this is your guides speaking through music, speaking through even your current circumstances in this bad neighborhood. It's teaching you something. There's something you're growing from here. Okay, your favorite. There you go. There you go. There you go. And then we also have cardinals. So spirits checking on in, letting you know we are here. Oh, you're right. Arms keeps getting chills. Well, my head it will not stop. They're radiating. I love it. But it says here, the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. And they've given you the key here to the balance is getting in water. If that's possible, I know it can be difficult with two babies, taking baths, taking showers, getting to the pool, getting out into nature, getting to the ocean, whatever it is. But this is, or even drinking enough water a day, which I need more. This is going to be very beneficial to help you get back on track with, not like you're off track. That's what they're trying to highlight, though, is for you to feel empowered with the direction of your life rather than stuck or stale or stagnant, if that makes sense. Because it's not like you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, right time. It's not like you're not where you're supposed to be, because you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And everything that you've been doing and going through is exactly what you've needed to do. But it's felt very stifling is the word. And you're finding ways to break out of that by tuning into music, water, whatever that message of water means for you. And also working on your spiritual and creative pursuits. It's all valid. It's all very important here. So I hope that resonated. I would play that when oil painting in college, channeling messages while painting. That's beautiful. I love that. I need to go listen to that album again. It's been a while. Yeah. Wow. That's so cool. Hard to drink water when I know there's poison. Right. I know. It's about finding the right source of water because, oh my gosh, we're just literally being poisoned. But look, it's like you're finding a rebirth with the water. Maybe by traveling or moving. But yeah. I don't know if you can buy some sort of spring water in your area. And I know there's ways you can test water for certain things. I don't know if there's be a way you could do that, but just making sure you find a really good source of water is very important. Must be what John wanted to share the album. Yes, he loved Tool, absolutely. I'm pretty sure that was his direct message to you. Directly from John. Yes. All right. Very cool. All right. Well, I love hanging out and I would love to keep going, but I should probably go eat some lunch, get my writing stuff together, and not that I have to leave right yet. I've got about an hour and a half, but I like to get everything in order so I'm not rushed out the door and I have a nice lunch, maybe watch something on my very long to watch list. Or maybe do some reading. I don't know. I'm going to go do something fun before I go hang out with in the car with my laptop to write well, really it's more editing, but I actually have my goal. My goal was to cut words because I was at like 93,000 words in my third draft, and I wanted to get it down, if at all possible, down to like under 85,000 words. I'm making progress. I'm at like 91,000. But that's the weird thing is I'm adding like short scenes between some of the things that just felt too abrupt to jump from one thing to another. I'm adding scenes, but I'm paring the words down so much that I'm actually still losing words rather than gaining, which is my goal. I don't want to gain words. I want to lose words. Not like lose my project, but lose some of the more wordier paragraphs and repetitive, that's the word, repetitive things that I keep bringing up, It's like I'm trying to beat my reader over the head with certain things, and I want to keep things more subtle than just, you know, coming. Sometimes it's what you don't say that's just as important as what you do say. Ah, so excited for your writing journey and get to follow it again. Yes. Oh my gosh. Since late March going into April, it was a struggle to get that lake scene done. But once I got that lake scene done, all 7 scenes within that long lake scene, it's like nothing can hold me back now. I'm just on fire, and I'm more passionate about this project than I was ever before. Like top level, top notch, like oh my god, like chills just thinking about how much this project means to me and how much it's even changed for the better and become more solidified and more real. um since between the third draft and just the first 12 chapters of the fourth draft, I'm just absolutely obsessed right now. I'm going to be doing camp. Yes, I am. I might as well. I'm probably still going to be trucking through. Well, that's the thing. If I do finish this draft, I will be doing the beta reader round uh, over 8 weeks. I'm going to probably spread it out over 8 weeks so that, those that want to read it but don't have time to just read it in like a day or, a week or something. I'm going to be uploading so many chapters every, week, probably 40 pages a week. And so really the beta readers would have maybe an hour to 2 hour time investment. Um, that and I'll have some questions, so it's not like you have to just come out of the woodwork with all your thoughts, because a lot of times you're like, I like it but I don't know why I like it. So I'll have some questions to kind of prompt you at the end of every couple chapters to just get the feedback. And you don't have to ever have beta read before to be a beta reader. And I'm gonna be taking probably 20, which I know sounds like a lot, but just with the level of flakiness with certain people that I've dealt with, I want to maybe more than cover my bases with this whole 8 week round of beta reads. That, if I do a call for 20 and 5 people drop out, I still have 15 solid, helpful feedback from people, right? Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go on and look. I haven't even been on their website since before NaNoWriMo last year, because I didn't do Nano last year. I was still in the pits of despair of writer's block, or what I deemed as writer's block. Really, it was just me avoiding what I know I needed to do in my life, writing this project. um, and I didn't even check it out for April, even though I was actively writing in April. It's like I inadvertently did Nano and Rimo, Camp Nano in April without meaning to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The collective reading was yes. Oh, if you guys missed the collective reading at the beginning, go ahead and check that out if you would like some more insight. But yeah, I could just sit here and talk about my project the whole time. And the thing that's held me back over on my writing channel from actually posting is I gotta set up the room, set up the lights, actually do my makeup and hair in a decent way. And, part of me is like, if I'm just waiting for this perfect moment to make my comeback to my AuthorTube channel, it'll never happen. So I'll probably just one of these days take the camera with me just as is. Like I show up for you guys. You guys don't expect me to be any certain way. I don't know why I'm putting this, like, I don't know, pedestal of my writer channel. I don't know. I'll probably just take the camera along and just let people know, hey, kind of like what I've been doing with you. I started the fourth draft. I've been stuck on that lake scene since June of 2019, and I finally did it. And over the last few months, blah, blah, blah. I just need to bring enough information that I'm letting people know what's going on, but at the same time, not making it a 40-minute video of me talking about my everything, because I don't think anyone cares that much. Ah. But yeah, maybe a 15-minute tops kind of crash course of what I've been through the last 2 years since I've actually uploaded over there, and just let people know what's going on. And then like all the writing vlogs that I have now, I've renamed them episode whatever season 1. They're all called season 1. There's 28 episodes. If anyone even cares about my writing journey and wants to watch it from season 1, you can do that. And then another thing, I know you guys aren't my writing channel, but you're here. I have your ear. Let's just say it. I've been thinking about once I get feedback from my beta readers on the first few chapters, what I think I want to do is make a video if there are any changes I need to make with everybody, their feedback. So I guess it'd be a fifth draft, first chapter. I wanted to just read it, just the first chapter, just read it on my AuthorTube channel. Probably in August, September, somewhere in there. It's gonna be a while on that, but I thought that would be fun, just to see, just to see what people think. I don't know. I don't know. Just a thought. All right. Let's see. I think Lunar had said something. So happy you're doing this. Don't let anything or anyone stop you. Yes, that's exactly what's going on. I know. I'm so happy to just be out of my own head about I don't even deserve to bring this project forward. I think that was a lot of it was I didn't feel worthy of the project. Then I wouldn't show up for the project. But the project is like, just shut up and write it. Just shut up and edit it. Just do it. Please just do it. Even if it takes you another year to get this done, just show up as many days of the week as you can and do it. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing. And things have been actually going by much quicker. Like I started the fourth draft on May 15th and I'm already 12 chapters in or about 22,000 words in and I'm just like how did I make it that far in just 16 days? I don't know. It feels good though. I'm excited about it. It took me what felt like forever to just slog through the third act of well really it was more the first 1.5 draft rather than the third draft because I had written it and then I would like, okay, the whole book is written, so now I'm gonna go do the second draft of the book. And I did the second draft up to about the midpoint, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna start over, okay. And then I didn't even do the second draft or the third draft on the last from the midpoint on. So basically, the last half of the book is still only in about 1.5 draft status, which kind of sucks. um, yeah. So the beginning is pretty solid, and the end I think I improved in my writing from writing the beginning to the end, but there's improvements I know I need to make just to strengthen things. But there's improvements I needed to make to strengthen things at the beginning too, which I have done and I'm super happy about. But I can't wait to get more feedback so I know what else I need to do. You using today as your new year, so your resolutions are to write daily, exercise daily, make art daily. I love that. That's beautiful. I also have the goal to actually get my channel in order if I can stop having technical issues, right? I know. And Mercury's going to go direct in like 2 or 3 days, so you should be good there, hopefully, if it will lend itself. Not sure if you saw my message before, but I spent hours to edit 2 minutes of video and then it got corrupted. Oh no! Oh no! I did not see that earlier, but that's, oh no. Oh, you're going to be pulling your poetry out and editing to publish. That is so cool. It's mostly done. Just have to tweak and fuss over it and let my baby go out into the world. Yep, that's kind of the point where I'm at. I'm like, I just need to get this out to people so they can tell me if it sucks, if it's a dumpster fire, if they like it, but hey, this probably needs to be strengthened, or hey, that's weird, all the things. It's weird because in my personal life, I take things personally a lot. Like even constructive criticism has been very difficult for me just on a personal level, and I swallow my pride and I deal with it. But on like an art level, bring me all the constructive criticism. Like I'm so here for it. It's so weird how I can separate the two, even though a lot of times my art projects feel like an extension of my soul. It's like somehow, some way, when I get that constructive feedback, I'm like so grateful because like, oh my gosh, it helps so much, so much. You feel that. Brandy Lynn's the same way too. That's so amazing, Peggy. Yes, poetry. I used to love writing songs, which really are just poetry in motion. Well, that's dance actually, right? But yeah, poetry set to words, to music. Poetry is set to words. Come on, Amanda. Word much? Yeah, Spirit's been telling me to get your creation and art out there. Damn it. Yeah, they've been telling me the same thing. They're like, who cares if draft isn't perfect? People need to read it so you can get it better. Because I will just spin my wheels forever if I don't just make a choice to put it out there and at least get some feedback so then I can then improve it from that feedback. And then after that, get it to an editor, get all the things, the hoops I need to jump through, and then get it out there. I wonder if it's the visual element versus the writing, which is so much closer to us. Yeah, it could be. I wonder. That's very interesting. Yeah, it is traditionally meant to be spoken, for sure. Absolutely. Oh, you're trying to manage your responsibilities, especially since you're going to be 18 soon. That's right, Ethan. You're graduate. Did you already graduate, or are you graduating like this week? I know you were like close to graduating at some point, like May or June. That's usually when people graduate, but not always, I guess. Yes, it is so beautiful and spoken. Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a purple prose type of person. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's just basically like very pretty, flowy, flowery language. But like at times, I feel like, those really emotional times in the story, or, you know, just, I don't know. I feel I bring out a little bit of that in my writing. But for the most part, I'm a pretty clear to the point type of person. I don't use a lot of analogies in my writing. But I do compare things that are maybe a lot of times uncomparable, but the way I compare them, I'm kind of like, yeah, I could see why that is. It's so very weird. I can be very prose, maybe too much. I used to be that way. That's the thing. And then this one teacher told me it's just too over the top. And now I'm like, well, you can't cut it out completely, but I can add it to the places where I think, okay, just beta readers of the future, you'll know what scenes are my favorite because of the way I write. I think it gets deeper and it changes. You can tell what scenes I'm like, yeah, I know I need to do this to establish that this thing is gonna happen, but like I'm not as into it as I am like say this midpoint scene. Oh my gosh, the midpoint scene. Um the climax scene, yes, obviously, absolutely. And oh, so many scenes. So many scenes I'm like here for it. But there's maybe 5 scenes to 10 scenes, and I got a lot of scenes. I mean, my book goes from December 2nd, 1993 through the end of September, early October of 94. So almost a full year's worth of time goes by. So I got a lot going on, a lot of scenes, but maybe 5 to 10 scenes. I'm like, at least at this point in the third draft, going into the fourth draft, I'm like, I need to like make that bring it to life more, I guess is the word. But for the most part, there's so many scenes in my book that I'm just so excited to get back to and revisit and work up and uh, just dive more into. I'm so excited. And I have not, that's the thing. Since like early 2020, I have not been this excited about writing. And even around that time, I was burning out a little bit because I just wrote and wrote and wrote for a year straight. I don't think I missed more than maybe one day here or there writing, which is great. But I'm that kind of guy that I will go all in on something when I'm in it, and then I got to pull back or I do burn out. So I do got to measure that coming up if I do hit that kind of mark. But so far, I don't see that anywhere on the near horizon. So I'm just going to temper myself through this. Yeah, I get that way. I mean, my last I gotta applaud myself though, because my last writing burnout lasted from 2005 to 2016. Ouch, ouch. 11 years. 11 years I didn't write anything creative at all. Not at all. Ouch. It was a long, long time, but I've promised myself I'll never go 11 years again. This last one was 2 years, which already I was feeling the burn of that. But I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore. I gotta stay in it. Yeah, I went 11 years without writing anything. I know it sounds like horrendous. It's such a long time. All right, guys, I probably should go. I could seriously just stay here all day and talk writing. And this isn't even my writing channel, but you guys are having fun. I'm having fun. I know many of you here are writers. I know Brandy Lynn, I know Peggy, I know Czar. You're all writers, so like you're here for it, I'm sure. Yeah, it is a long time. Sorry, I got you distracted. No, no, I thank you for this. Happy birthday. I was so happy to see you. Like, I can't remember what I was saying right when you came in, but I was saying, oh, something about my throat, maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, I need food. I need to pee, all the water. But yes, it's so good to see you here, Lunar. I'm absolutely ecstatic you popped in today. Again, happy birthday. I'm ecstatic all of you popped in. I love each and every one of you. You guys are my tribe. I love you. Love this chat. This is what I needed. Right? I know. I'm gonna have to go back and listen in because oh, I had so much fun. Not that the first part of this live stream wasn't fun. I love it all. But just to connect with you guys just as myself without spirit flowing right on through is fun for me too. But that's why I have the writing channel, so I don't have to bombard this channel with all my writerly musings, I guess. Yep, put a toddler to bed. There you go. This chat is always wonderful. A place we can all go to. I love it. All right, you guys. Well, anyone who wasn't here but is maybe listening to the replay or is just lurking and you're like, what? Writing channel? What? I don't know if I have it even linked in the description, but it's just, if you search Amanda Keefer, Keefer, done. It's the one where I got my hair like with the flower in my hair. That's the thumbnail for that writing channel, where I will soon, very soon, be uploading for the first time since 2020, and then carrying on a nice, consistent schedule from there. Because I used to tell myself, well, the vlogs take too long to edit, but like I loved them because they were not just my writing, but also we would, go along and do things with the kids and their school activities, their sports, all that stuff, which I've been recording pretty much since early May for that, for my first vlog. I haven't recorded any of me sitting there writing vlog wise, but I got a lot of activities that I can plug in that we've been doing in my first vlog when I come back. But my first video over there will be kind of a comeback. Hey, this is where I've been. I swear I'm not dead. I'm here. Yes, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. What a great time to end the stream. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks again so much for all the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see all of you right here back at Done Creative Live and on my main channel and my writing channel, Amanda Keefer Dunn. It's in the what do you call it? The chat. I will probably need to update all my links soon, so it'll be included in this link. Love you too. Love you. Yes, I will be back Friday. My throat will be the one leading the charge on that. I'm pretty sure it's just maybe pollen. That's what I was saying. Yes, the pollen outside I think is affecting me, but I don't have like sinus stuff from the pollen. It just makes my throat hurt a little bit. I don't know, but it's been hurting for 2 days, so hopefully it'll go away and I can just be here Friday and it'll be a fun, happy time. All right, you guys, I love you. This was so much fun, and I will check you next time. All right, bye. Bye.